Listen up, nerds, because we have some updates for you.
Particularly if you live in Canada.
Nerds.
And in Toronto, if you're a Torontonian nerd. We've added an extra show in Toronto. Our first show live at the Royal Theatre on September 20 is nearly sold out. So we're adding an extra show straight afterwards. And guess what? It's the annual Christmas special.
Oh, yes.
So that's very, very exciting. We're also doing shows, of course, in Vancouver. That's almost sold out as well. Calgary, still a lot of tickets there left. And Montreal, quite a few tickets too.
Is it the Calgary? Do you think there's tickets available because we're saying their name wrong? And they're like, I wish she was coming to Calgary.
Never even heard of Calgary. And you can get tickets to all those shows, including the new one, dogoonpod.com. Canada, we'll see you in September.
Car crashes injure over 1 million of us every year because we're human. For over a decade, Waymo's been building a driver that's safer. Statistically, 10 times safer in the cities we serve. Not because humans aren't enough, but because they're everything.
Based on over a 94% reduction in serious injury or worse crash rates. Learn more at waymo.com.
Thumbtack presents Tile Trouble. Every single time I use my sink, I make eye contact with the uneven grout on my kitchen backsplash. The crooked corners eye me, and I'm haunted by more tiling questions than I thought possible. What kind of pro can fix a backsplash? Can I replace one cracked tile, or should I replace them all? What if I just use Thumbtack? I can hire top-rated pros, read reviews, and compare prices with a tap. All on the app. Thumbtack knows homes. Download the app today.
Hello and welcome to another episode of Do Go On. My name is Dave Warnocky, and as always, I'm here with Matt Stewart.
Oh, hello, Dave. It's so good to be here. So excited to be here, sitting by your side. My favourite spot to be. Right next to your right hand.
Right next to you.
Yeah.
Our forearms are basically touching on this
Yeah,
desk.
we don't normally sit like this. It's because Jess isn't here, but she is fine.
She is fine.
As far as we know.
As far as we know, it is also at the time of release her birthday. So happy birthday, Jess.
It's her birthday today,
Yeah, we
the
gave
time
her
of release.
She's on birthday leave.
Yeah, that's right.
Everyone gets their birthday off and Do Go On. So I've got
if
2
they
days.
want it, and she's the only one who wants it.
I've got my birthday's in 2 days, but I'm going to be working 9 to 5.
Yeah,
9 to 6. Do an extra hour.
Yeah. Birthday hour.
Yeah.
That's your little present for you, an extra hour of work.
I love it. And joining us this week via satellite, live from Canada, it's Alasdair Tremblay-Birchall.
Oh my gosh. Hello, everybody.
Hey, what is the classic Canadian hello? Is it, like the Australian one's g'day, probably.
Yeah.
Is there a Canadian one?
Yeah.
Oh, hey there, bud. Maybe. I think something like that.
Oh,
you got to
wow.
remember.
Oh,
Yeah, you got to
there.
remember that I'm culturally more Australian than I am Canadian, and I don't really know what the majority of Canadians really do.
No, I don't think the majority of Australians say g'day.
I'm saying it more and more as I
do.
get older.
I think I'd say it. I like it. I think it's rock solid.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
efficient.
you guys are you're aging into it.
Yeah, we started off very, very low-level Australian.
Oh, yeah.
But the older we get, the more we become like ostentatious as Australiana.
Yeah.
That's right.
We say things like, oh, well, how much can a koala bear?
We've renamed the podcast Do Go Anna.
Do
That's
go
really good.
Anna, mate.
Is that good?
Yeah, and I feel like Australianness, it the leatherier you are, I feel like the more Australian you appear.
Yeah.
And so age goes well with it because of the leatheriness that brings.
babies don't look Australian at all. They all look English.
Where's the leather?
They all look English, with their
Everybody.
delicate skin.
Yeah.
That's right.
But
Yeah, they all look like they've never seen the sun.
Yeah. All of them.
Isn't it crazy that right now the UK hasn't had like rain for like however long? They're going through a drought right now.
I didn't realize that. I did realize that they're like hitting the high 30s.
Yeah, I think London is a month without rain. Pretty grim stuff.
Yeah.
They wouldn't know what to do.
Yeah, but maybe they're
Wouldn't bloody
entering their
know what to do
leather
with
era.
themselves. Yeah, they're getting Aussie.
They're leathering up.
Yeah, they've done it in reverse because, I mean, it is very London-y kind of weather in Melbourne at the moment.
True.
But while we're not talking about that, we're talking about Canada because we've got Al on because we're about to head off to Canada.
That's right. In just 2 short weeks at the start of September 2026, we are touring Canada for the first time with a live Do Go On tour. We're doing 4 shows in Vancouver, Calgary, Montreal, and Toronto. And at those same locations, our good friend Alasdair Tremblay-Birchall will be travelling with us on the tour bus because you and Matt, and possibly me, will be doing some stand-up in each city.
Yes, we just locked Dave into Calgary, which
That's
is
right.
very
I'm
exciting.
going to make my Calgary debut.
And
That's right.
Dave, you also found one of the, you're going to be so keen to perform at this venue. One of the venues, let's say, doesn't mind to blaze it.
Yeah, that's right. I think at the Toronto venue, which Al books, and I'm very interested to hear why I've gone with this venue. It's a comedy club, but they also legal consumption in the show. Is that common in Canada?
Well, it's legal here in the country of Canada. And so, and so sometimes a venue will be like, well, do you want to be able to blaze it?
Wow.
And then we're like, and so then they asked me, do you want to? And I said, well, I don't want to prevent our audience from being able to do it.
Yeah.
And so, I guess if you want to bring gummies or maybe a vape pen, I'm not sure. This is all possible in the city of Toronto.
Yeah. But yeah, for me, I don't think I'm gonna want to do it because I'm mainly like to chuff illegally.
Yeah,
if I'm saying that right.
Where's the fun?
Yeah, so I'm probably gonna do heroin.
Yeah. Are there heroin clubs in Canada?
Yeah. There'll be plenty of those as well, and we'll try and book some shows there. Yeah. Morphine, the other one there. What's the one that Trump was worried about us getting into, bringing into?
No, he wanted that one.
No, he wants that. He wants us to import more of that into America. The other one there, the bad one. Yeah, that's like 11 times.
Yeah.
Oh.
So that one, we'll have that one as well. We'll find out what it is, and we'll
It'll
have
be
it.
as 11 times as funny.
Yeah. So yeah, we're so pumped for this. There's 2 shows in Toronto now, Dave. You said 4 shows altogether, but we're actually doing 5 shows.
Yeah, sorry, it's 4 cities, 5 shows because we added an extra show straight after at the Royal Theatre in Toronto. A few people have messaged to ask, is it going to be the same show? I want you to know it's not the same report, completely new topic, and it is going to be our annual Christmas special.
So excited.
We try and do a live Christmas episode every year.
If you want to, you can do the triple with us. That day because I think our stand-up show's that night.
Yeah, so what it is, you do, first report, fantastic. Second report, Christmas themed. Little break, head to the club, blaze it. Alan, Matt doing some stand-up. What a night! And
That
I think
sounds
this is
so good.
all on a Sunday.
Is it
Sunday
really?
fun day?
That sounds so fun.
Yeah.
I'm pumped. 2 weeks.
I'm too exciting. I'm allowing urine to escape my urethra right now.
Wow, you're allowing because you've got great control over that.
Yeah,
I normally do, but not since I had kids.
Because you were a natural birth, wasn't it?
That's right. Well, I had to let out a very large sperm in order to have that baby, and I've lost some control, but I have enough control to still decide whether or not urine leaves.
Okay. Well, that is good news. So we're very excited to be coming to Canada.
Imagine that, but whilst high.
Oh.
That kind of level of material.
I really think
imagine.
Al would be one of the great comedians to watch a little.
Yeah, because you take people on a journey.
Yeah,
that's where I'm trying to go. Well, and the thing is that what's fun about this one is that we're also going to be on a journey because you guys went on a journey to the North American continent, and I went on a journey to different cities in Canada.
Yeah, I've never been to Canada. I don't think Dave has either.
No, very excited.
Pumped. So pumped to see Alasdair Tremblay-Birchall's sort of homeland, even though he seems to be distancing himself from it. I'm just
trying to not claim that I know everything about it, especially about culturally.
As a Scottish-born Canadian Australian, it's really important that I'm very finicky about who I date because I want to keep the bloodline pure.
Yeah,
I butchered that, but that's
no. It probably actually was more efficient in that way. I just started doing that joke in French just the other day.
Oh, fantastic.
I was like, I'd forgotten about it for, 15 years since I've really done it. And then I was like, oh, that's right. And I tried to do it in French and it works in
That's
French.
a great opening bit.
What's French for bloodline?
Ma lignée. Like, it's more like my line.
Okay.
You just basically say yeah.
Very efficient language.
No, it's not. It's the opposite. No, like instead of like podcast, they say balado diffusé.
Oh, oui. Merci
Yeah. Instead of selfie, they say autoportraiture, something like that. I don't know.
auto portrait. Is that?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fun. Hey, we should probably get stuck into the show.
Yes.
We have found since Jess has been away that we're a little less efficient jumping in.
The waffle is at an all-time high.
Well, Jess is just such a powerhouse, such a what's like the engine of a train. She keeps us moving.
Oh yeah.
I know I don't have the joy in my heart that I normally do when Jess is there.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
No. I just have the chill in my soul that I have when I see you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very chilly. We're a couple of chilly lads.
The chilly boys.
We're the chilly boys. Now, Al, have you listened to this show before? You've done many reports, and
Yeah.
I'll say this: your biggest fan is a patron of ours, Amy Jackson. Just commented just this week that she can't wait for block as long as Alasdair Tremblay-Birchall's doing a report.
Oh,
so
Amy.
It looks like her
Thank
block
you.
has come early this year.
Yeah.
Because you're doing
thank
a
you so
report
much,
here
Amy.
today.
That's right. I am here to do a report. As you know, this is a podcast where people do reports for other people, and then the other two people make little comments.
Yes. Now talk about efficiently explained.
Well done.
Beautifully done.
Yeah, you've
That's
researched
right.
the topic. I'm completely in the dark on this. Matt, did you vaguely know what this is?
Well, I think we suggested a Canadian topic would be good.
Oh, that's it. Okay, yeah.
But Al, do you have a question to get us onto the topic?
Well, look, I hope that we haven't given it away already, but let's say, what country produces the most
All right, AJ.
tree juice
Okay.
in the world? Is the largest producer of tree juice.
Tree juice.
Tree
I'm
juice.
thinking like maple syrup. I'm going to
I'm
say.
thinking
and-
coconut.
Oh, okay.
I'm
So what are you
thinking
going
like
to
a
go?
like a large tropical.
Oh,
country.
is that nut juice?
Nut juice.
But it comes from the tree, right?
Yeah, that's
Well,
true. I'm going to say
Yeah, but
Canada.
then you would also say
Just-
apple juice then as a tree juice. I'm saying straight from the tree.
Oh, yeah, orange juice. Okay, India. Lock it in.
I'm going to say
Let
Canada.
me check.
How can I say Canada?
All right, let me check the answer. The answer is Canada.
Oh, it wouldn't be India, mate? Damn.
It could be, though. I mean, rubber trees, but I would consider that the goo.
Yeah, the gourd tree.
Yeah.
Rubber trees they were from the Amazon initially, weren't they?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
We talked about
But
that on
let's
the
say you
episode
were-
about Fordlandia a couple of years ago.
I just know they do a lot of oranges. That's what I was going with India.
I
but,
also did a
Yeah, yeah,
report
sure.
about maple syrup years ago, the maple syrup heist. I really
They
hope
made a
that's not
TV
what
series
you're
about that.
Well, yeah. Often Hollywood listens to this show.
Yeah, we've got a direct line.
Yeah. Al, tell me you're not doing the maple syrup heist, please.
Okay. Well, give me an hour. Wait, can I just promote my podcast first?
Oh,
Is
yeah,
that okay
of
before we
course.
get in? Is it okay if I was to just say I'm part of the Two in the Think Tank podcast with Andy Matthews,
Yes.
and I have a new kids podcast called the Bobby Log Stories that you can listen to with your children, or just let your children listen to.
Is it safe for them to listen to alone? They don't need an adult there going, well, this turtle is he's it's not clear, but this turtle is behaving poorly right now, or whatever.
I often, if somebody's behaving poorly, I do often call it out myself.
Yeah.
But do listen and just double check.
Okay.
We're joking. Your kids can listen without guidance. I'm sure.
Yeah. There's a few mentions of butts. And I did mention nipples in one episode.
Okay, that's
Okay. I've turned off.
yeah. Well, I'm turned on.
It's not that kind of show. I'm actually going to start by giving you a bit of background on why Canada exists, and then I'm going to get into the official thing that I wanted to talk about.
Awesome.
I like that. I don't know. If you put a gun to my head, I wouldn't know too much about how Canada came into existence.
I know a little bit, I think.
What would be your guess on why Canada exists?
I think it was European colonial powers were, just grabbing bits of the world, the new world as they call it.
And then doing a few deals.
And I think, there's obviously France had a chunk, England had a chunk. And I think when they were all different little colonies when the United States sort of became united. I think maybe...
Matt, you've given away the whole episode.
The more I talk, the less I feel like I'm saying. But yeah.
No, that's okay. That's okay. Well, look.
Am I vaguely right with any of that?
No, you are getting really close. I mean, I guess obviously first, the Earth had to sort of come together from a sort of a big cloud of dust in space.
Yeah, that was that soup.
Yeah, you're going way back.
The primordial soup.
Well, eventually it becomes primordial soup, but first the dust just kind of comes together and then becomes a really hot ball of just heat from all the friction of stuff pressing together and stuff like that. What? A lot of that heat still exists today within the Earth, just beneath the crust.
Right.
And then, of course, a lot of that crust then formed land masses, one of which is the landmass that we now know as Canada.
Right.
And then if you go back about a few tens of thousands of years, there's been indigenous people that have lived in Canada for quite a long time. And then maybe about 1,000 years ago, Vikings from Iceland came, the ones that colonized Greenland. They also, they went to Labrador and the island of Newfoundland, but they didn't stay for very long.
And how do we know that? Is there conjecture about that, or is that they left a mark there or anything?
Oh, we wish there was conjecture.
Oh,
we wish.
Right.
But they did have a little settlement, and there's evidence of it. And then they've, I believe it's a World Heritage Site these days.
Wow.
Yeah, and so I mean, yeah.
Did they evidence? Did they do an auto portraiture? Or
yeah, they
something
took
like that?
selfies. They took selfies. A lot of the time they just kind of people, I actually don't know anything about this thing, but I'm going to guess there's evidence of them living there. Maybe buildings, maybe fire pits,
mead,
maybe some mead pots.
Yeah, a few mead pots,
little knife or something.
Some weapons, some kind of weapons.
Maybe a massive shit. There's that massive Viking stool.
A coprolite of
coprolites, Viking coprolites.
Yeah, there's a Viking coprolite in York, and you can go see it at a museum.
I think it's thicker than my thigh.
It's
it's unbelievable.
It was found under a Lloyd's Bank, and I think it's called the Lloyd's Bank coprolite. And it's
so this is real.
This is real.
I thought coprolite had to full on fossilize over years or whatever.
It's a Viking shit. It's fossilized.
It's fossilized stool.
Yeah, right. Was it found in a bog? Was it a bog in a bog?
Oh, it could have been a boggy bog.
Yeah, it could have been a bog in a bog, and it looks like whoever did it, it killed that person. It is so big.
I mean, when they say finding a needle in a haystack, that actually seems easy compared to finding a bog in a bog. Imagine even just finding a turd in some muck.
Yeah.
Turd in the muck.
Yeah.
Which is actually an English dessert.
It's actually it's actually one of my favorite English folk songs.
It's a York delicacy.
Spotted dick and a turd in the muck.
Yeah.
Toad in the hole, turd in the muck, spotted dick. The cuisine over there. Oh. Nah, shout out to our English listeners. So you do a lot of good work over there.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Some of your food's got funny names. That's all. We don't. Our foods are all normally named.
Pie.
I'm gonna get ahead of you on this. All of our things are normally
sausage
named.
Roll.
Snag.
Fairy bread.
Spaghetti bolognese. Normal
names.
We don't give any of our names genital names.
No.
Sausage.
Pavlova.
Not fucking testicles in a loaf.
Yeah. If Pavlova was invented in England, they'd probably call it giant jizz or something.
Yeah, or testicles in a labia.
Yeah. But no, we just call it what it is. It's a pavlova. What do you call it?
Move on.
Move on. Tick. Move on. What's next?
Pavlova does sound Polish.
Yeah, I think it was named for like a traveling ballet dancer or something. Is that right?
Oh.
Sounds right.
Dame Nelly Melba.
Yeah.
That's the peach Melba.
Yeah, there's a Melba dessert.
Oh, that's the peach. Sorry, I was thinking of another. Yeah.
She's also got a tunnel named after her.
What an honour.
A tunnel and a dessert. You've made your mark.
That's not too bad.
Happy with that.
You're etched in history.
Yeah.
All right. And then between 1534 and 1542, Jacques Cartier made 3 voyages across the Atlantic, claiming the land for King Francis I of France. Cartier heard 2 captured guides speak the Iroquoian word Kanata, meaning village. By the 1550s, the name Canada began appearing on maps.
Oh, wow. The word for village. And what was the language?
Iroquoian.
Iroquoian. Oh, that's cool. I didn't realize that. Love it.
I had a feeling you wouldn't, and that's why I included it.
Yeah.
I've actually tried to find a few little factoids for this very report so that you can leave more informed.
Oh, I'm feeling more informed already. Thank you so much.
So New France was established when, Jacques Cartier claimed the shores of the St. Lawrence River for France. And permanent settlement began later, marked by the founding of Acadia in 1604, which is where Nova Scotia, New Brunswick, and parts of Maine are now.
Oh, is that what Chili Peppers' album Stadium Arcadium was named after?
I think so. I think no, he did because I think that's the solo. Wait, if you were pluralizing stadium, is it Stadia?
Yeah, that's the plural.
Yeah, so he pluralized it, the later one.
Yep.
Stadia Acadia.
You're right.
Yeah.
That's when you have a lot of Chili Peppers albums.
That's right. That's why if you get the box set.
Yeah, if you get the box set, you've got Stadia Arcadia.
Yeah. And so then Samuel de Champlain, he established Quebec City in 1608, which was built as a big fortress city on the edges of the St. Lawrence River. Now, you guys familiar with the St. Lawrence River?
No.
I think I've heard of it, but is it a big one?
It's a big one. This is the one, because do you know Montreal's an island?
No.
Yeah,
I've heard
Montreal's an island. It's beautiful, especially the summer and this time of year here. It's basically like it's where Canada gets most of its electricity from, and it sells a lot of it to the United States. So we have the hydro there. Oh. I think it all comes from the Great Lakes, basically. Ontario and all those other ones there, and the others.
Erie's one.
I think Erie's probably in there. Michigan.
Oh, some of them are just named for the city they're near. Is that right?
This stuff I'm just riffing off the top of the dome.
This is great riffs.
Yeah,
you should write some of those riffs down, I reckon.
Yeah. And so it goes through there, and so it was always a kind of it's been a big shipping kind of lane, big shipping thing for getting into Canada, and which is why Quebec City was important, why Montreal was important in terms of being able to control the flow of goods and all that kind of stuff like that. Now, during the next
You've
150
got good flow control, don't you? Because of your urethra control.
That's right.
Is that a Canadian trait?
It's the most Canadian thing about me is my ability to decide when liquid comes and goes.
But you also got great, because you are on and off. You're an MC, and you've got great lyric control as well. Flow.
Like I was explaining, things come off the top of my dome very easily. Mostly liquids. Yeah. while I'm showering.
Shaking like a dog.
So just to reestablish us, we were at about 1608. It was when Quebec City was established. And then during the next 150 years, the English attacked Quebec City a number of times, trying to get them to surrender. Right? And, they did it on and off, sometimes majorly, sometimes minorly. I remember in 1690, Count Frontenac, one of the guys who was leading Quebec City at the time, when the English were trying to get him to surrender, and he said, "My only reply will be from the mouths of my cannons."
That's so fun to think of cannon holes as mouths.
That's great.
Like they go,
Yeah.
Whoop, like they're spitting out ping pong balls. Whoop.
Yeah. Pow! Pow!
But what is he saying?
What are you saying? Foom.
Foom. Now, I don't know if you ever have seen Quebec City, but it is basically built like a fortress. There's big, giant stone walls all around, like around the old city anyway.
Wait, what's Quebec City? I don't think I've heard it. So is that near Montreal or is that part of Montreal?
It's about 3 hours away from Montreal.
Okay.
But,
I'm so sorry.
But
so in terms of Canada, it's just there.
Yeah, it's a big country, right? It's bigger than Australia, Canada, isn't it?
I think you're number two.
Yeah.
I think you're number two. Only
it's bigger.
second only
I think
Russia.
number two.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
And
Russia number
1.
4.
Is that right?
And
US
Australia's number
3?
5, I think. Maybe.
Yeah, right.
I think maybe is Brazil before
Brazil is
Australia?
deceptively large.
Yeah, it's fun. It's because of that. What's that thing on the globe? Flattening out a globe distorts everything, so it makes Russia look bigger than it is.
Yeah, makes Brazil look smaller than it is.
Yeah, Africa looks smaller than it is.
Yeah.
What's it? Do you remember what it's called?
Oh, that's called a Mercator map.
The Mercator, the Mercator effect.
Dave, do you ever think about making a sort of a more true to reality map?
Yeah, the Warneke map.
Yeah, I've thought about it. I've thought about just drawing my own map and saying, "This is it."
This
is roughly it.
Yeah, this is roughly it.
This feels better.
Yeah, like Greenland doesn't even feature on my map.
Yeah.
I don't have room for it.
They'll make it harder for Trump to get his
he doesn't know where it is.
Yeah. Oh, they took it off the map.
You've overcorrected.
God damn it, Warneke.
Dave's overcorrected. You're like, it's been too big for too long. Now you got nothing.
Yeah, where is it?
You happy now? You got nothing. You were too big for your boots, and now you don't have boots at all.
Yeah, you're a pixel.
Yeah. Now you're bootsless. So this went on until about 1763 when the Treaty of Paris was signed after the 7 Years' War, also known as the French and Indian War in the United States.
We talked about this on a recent episode.
It's come up a couple of
I'm not
times.
surprised.
Yeah, very, very big deal.
I mean, it's pretty crazy. They were just fighting each other all over the world, the English and the French.
Yeah, wild.
And where they were at the point where sort of like the English had taken a bunch of some of the French colonies, Guadeloupe, Grenada, Senegal, Tobago, and I think France had sort of like taken back Sumatra from the English, and there's a bunch of stuff like this. And so after the signing of the treaty, formerly Great Britain and France each returned much of the territories that they'd already stolen from other countries during the war, but they gave them back to each other. But Great Britain gained a lot of France's possessions in North America, which was mostly the parts that are now Canada, right? And so that's kind of why. So the French were mostly there, but although the Protestant British worried about having so many French Roman Catholic subjects in the country, Great Britain didn't want to antagonize the French by forcing all the French that are in Canada to either convert or to push them out of French Canada.
What, into the sea?
Well, yeah, but like push them out of Canada, and where they could then strengthen other French settlements in North America.
Oh, okay.
Because there were still just ongoing wars. Like there was about to be the American Revolutionary War where the French were helping the Americans as well, and and I think I'm not sure if at this point they were already fighting Napoleon. So anyway, it's not like they didn't want to arm the French with any more French people. Yeah. Right. So they basically tried to keep the French people to stay.
Yeah, stay here to spread out.
Yeah.
Couple over there. Man,
what a weird time.
Yeah. I mean, isn't it crazy for just two countries to just have such a war with each other that they keep chasing each other around the world?
Yeah, when you mentioned all those places like Senegal, so that's West Africa, then there's Sumatra, and then you're talking about Tobago and the Caribbean. So they are nowhere near each other. Have a bit of war here.
India was in, like parts of India, and it was it is. Some people call it, including Winston Churchill, calls it the proper First World War.
Yeah, right. That
Even though
make sense.
obviously it was another war has that name, which happened after.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. World War One.
Yeah.
It was just hard if after you'd already named World War One to go, what is it? We'll call it World War Zero.
Yeah.
It's too confusing.
Cool.
Yeah, because then if you find another one, you're like, oh, World War -1.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so now the French-speaking Catholic people were known as habitants, right? Or Canadiens, like that, right? And so they strove to preserve their way of life in the English-speaking Protestant-ruled British Empire. And as a side note, in case if you've ever heard of the Montreal hockey team, the Montreal Canadiens,
Yes,
it is spelt DIENS, like that, Canadien.
I wondered about that.
Yeah, and their logo is a big C with an H in the middle, right? And that H is for, because if you've ever heard people cheer for the Montreal Canadiens, they go Habs go, because they're kind of also known as the Habitants, but they're never officially called that, but that's where Go Habs Go comes from.
Right. I was wondering about that. I assumed it was some sort of French, but it does feel like in a country that's obsessed with ice hockey, it's so funny for one team to be called the Canadians.
Yeah.
We're them. And then the other, like another one's called the Maple Leaves. It's like the most Canadian sounding. And
and then the Ottawa team is called the Senators, which feels like you don't need to call a team that.
No, was that sounds very Roman or.
Yeah. But I guess it's where Parliament is, so they were like, whatever.
And is it just politicians that play for that team, and they're really absolutely smashed
they just
every
have
week?
MPs and former MPs or young liberals
It'd be
or
great
whatever.
to roll in to sort of check the Prime Minister from time to time.
Yeah.
Man,
Lots
they
of-
love to hurt each other.
Yeah, and it's allowed. It's like part of the game, right? They're allowed to.
It is-
If it's fist toe to toe, it's okay or something.
I only really started watching hockey this year properly, and I cannot believe how much they are looking for it. How much that the main point of the sport seems to be to have fights.
Yeah.
Like, because apparently, like a lot of hockey players are missing teeth and stuff like that. Like a lot of the women's league, they just have a full face mask over their face, right? And so they don't have missing teeth and stuff. Whereas the male hockey players have decided to kind of just go the half face thing so that they can get pucks in the teeth and their fists into somebody else's. Well, it does seem like it's a conscious decision.
Yeah, like they're going the first guy to wear the full mask, he's gonna cop it.
Well, they have done it
protecting
in the
your
past.
mouth.
Yeah.
Oh, you want to keep your teeth to chew.
I'm pretty sure they've done it in the past. People have had full masks. So I feel like people have had to decide to go like, you know what? Let's just allow each other to land blows on the face.
You need a Gretzky type to wear the full mask. Someone who
make it cool.
Yeah. Like Michael Jordan wearing the big shorts. I don't know if you know about that. He made that cool.
I think you're thinking of Adam Sandler.
Adam Sandler, sorry. In both cases.
Yeah. All right. Now the United States had yet to even declare its independence from Great Britain when the Continental Army launched an invasion of the neighboring British colony of Canada. So this is an American army setting out to seize Quebec City. The Patriots hoped to gain a strategic location on the St. Lawrence River and recruit French Canadians to join their rebellion. So this is like one of the first times I think America, or what is almost America, attacks Canada in 1775. Continental Army Brigadier General Richard Montgomery takes Montreal on November 13th, 1775, without any opposition. I think they basically, everybody retreats. The next month, he meets up with Colonel Benedict Arnold, who's marching his troops north through the deep woods of Maine on the outskirts of Quebec City.
He's famous, right? Is he the egg guy?
I don't know if he's an egg guy.
No.
He could be.
Why do
he
I
could
know
be.
his name? It's not because of eggs.
He is a famous traitor to the United States.
It's mentioned on The Simpsons.
That's probably where I know.
Probably, yeah.
But that's after this. But he could also be the guy that the eggs are named after. He might have been yellow and pasty, sort of
Yellow,
like a hollandaise
the coward.
sauce. Oh, maybe, yeah.
No, it was named after Lemuel Benedict, a Wall Street broker, I'm afraid.
Oh,
damn it.
Lemuel Benedict Arnold?
It says he ordered at the Waldorf Hotel in 1894. Isn't that also the Waldorf salad?
Yeah, geez,
What?
things are happening at the Waldorf.
Culinary place. They're just throwing shit
Yeah.
around in the kitchen, coming up with different stuff.
It's an American. It's a famous. It doesn't feel that American, but it's an American dish. Maybe
the
it does.
Waldorf salad?
No,
or
the
Eggs Benedict?
Eggs Benedict.
I love an Eggs
Yeah.
Benny.
I guess it is like a very sweet sauce.
Yeah, I mean, what's American, I feel, has changed over time as the corporations have taken hold, and individual restaurants like that have less prominence in sort of pop culture.
Yeah, I think more of like an Egg McMuffin being American.
Exactly.
Oh, can I just quickly pause here and say,
Oh yeah,
Al, I'm so excited to get to Canada. Obviously, to do this show, I was very excited about that. But one thing I'm extremely excited for is in Australia, about a year ago, McDonald's for breakfast introduced the McGriddle, which apparently is already a thing in Canada and Japan, a few other places. They said it was going to be part of the menu forever here. They put out a press release.
Oh, no.
I was so excited. I tried it. I loved it. Unfortunately, I never met a single other person who liked it.
it doesn't sound good.
So basically, if people don't know, it's like a bacon and egg McMuffin, but instead of muffin, it's wrapped in sort of hot cake or pancake buns that are dipped in maple syrup. I was so sad, but then I was looking it up on Reddit the other day, and there's big discussions how the one in Canada is way better.
Oh.
And I already love the one from Australia. So the number one thing I'm most looking forward to trying on our Canadian tour is a McGriddle. Have you had one, Al?
I have had one, and I definitely enjoyed it, Dave.
Oh, so excited.
And I remember eating it and thinking, David's weak esophagus will really enjoy.
That's why I love mush. And
We'll
it's
really
pre-mushed
enjoy this
'cause
mush.
The bun ends are soaked in syrup, so it's semi-liquid.
Well,
That's
I'm,
right.
I'm not looking forward to that. What am I looking forward to? I heard there's something called like a beaver tail. Is that something exciting?
Sure, of course, yeah. Sort of, it's essentially a deep fried donut with toppings, kind of thing, but a flat.
That's yum.
You know,
I'm
flat.
looking forward to. It sounds like there's a lot of fun cuisines to look forward to.
Sure,
Tim's Bits.
Come here, get.
Oh yeah, Tim's Bits from the
yeah,
source.
We
We can't wait to try Tim's Bits.
Yeah.
Straight from Tim.
Al said it as Tim Bits, apparently. But I don't know if that sounds right to me. I think it might be Tim's Bits.
It does feel like it doesn't, the rhythm is wrong. Tim's Bits could be a good improvement on
his
that.
bits taste so good.
Tim, we're going to get right up in your bits, Tim.
Oh my gosh.
Tim Horton, what was he?
He's an ice hockey guy.
He was another ice hockey guy.
He heard of
and died very young.
Very sad. Terrible.
Tragic.
Terrible tragedy.
But his bits live on. My goodness, they taste good.
Yeah, here that's a thing. There's restaurant chains owned or started by former hockey players. You can also go to Lafleur's here, named after, of course, Guy Lafleur, the hockey player, and you can get a hot dog or maybe a poutine. Maybe
poutine.
A hamburger.
That's the other one.
We're really excited for poutine as well.
Poutine. Yeah. That's like cheese curds on chips or something.
Yeah. With gravy, and it's a delight. We'll go to Belpro. We'll go to Belprovince.
Oh, we'll go to Belprovince. You hear that?
We'll go to Belpro. Or we can go to Lafleur. Whatever you want.
Okay. I reckon both.
Okay.
So Benedict Arnold, the
Benedict
trader.
Arnold, this trader, but he hasn't done any trading yet.
Great.
Yeah, trading.
He's just a guy. So he's with the English soldiers.
So he's had that other guy take Montreal, and then they're both heading to Quebec City. The trouble is that it is now winter, and unfortunately, as they get to the outskirts of Quebec City, he realizes that with the enlistment of many of his men expiring on New Year's Day, Arnold he's forced to launch a desperate attack on December 31st.
Oh, that's so funny.
It's so funny how like a voucher you got for Christmas a couple of years ago. Oh, I'll just buy something. Whatever.
Yeah.
I got to watch everything on Netflix today. Otherwise, my thing rolls over for another month.
Yeah, I don't want to do
Yeah, I'm
that.
going to have to pay all these guys.
Just watching 23 hours.
And unfortunately, there's a huge blizzard. And the assault fails miserably. Montgomery, the guy who had taken Montreal, is among the dozens of people killed in the Battle of Quebec. The Continental Army eventually retreats from Canada. He notoriously switched sides to join the British, but that's 5 years from now. I just wanted to say the remaining Patriot forces all retreated from Canada. Benedict Arnold remained in Canadian territory until the last of his soldiers could cross the St. Lawrence River to safety. And with the pursuing British forces almost in firing range, Arnold checked one last time to make sure all his men had escaped, and he fled down the St. Lawrence River in a canoe.
Wow, so he was actually a bit of a hero at that time.
I guess so. I guess so. I mean, he did, it was a big failed operation.
But he stayed until the last man got out. That's good
right.
leadership.
And his whole thing about being a traitor, does that hold up, or is he seen by the English as a legend?
I don't know much about it. I know that I think they know dates that he had met with the British, and in order to plan to what's the thing where you give up in a war? Surrender. I think it was a surrender or another retreat at a different place. And so they found either the contracts or whatever it was that he had set up for this. And there's official documentation that exists on that. And he was, I think either he was committed for treason or something like that. Right. I apologize. I didn't do enough research on Benedict Arnold.
He'll have his own episode one day.
Yeah, he'll be back.
That's right.
Him and he'll be merged up with the eggs guy.
Absolutely.
The Benedict special.
And the Waldorf story guy. And the Waldorf salad guy.
And the Benedictine monks. Is that a thing?
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
Benedict Wong, the actor.
Benedict Wong.
Yeah.
Oh, we'll build it around Wong.
Yeah.
And then the others will just be like offshoots.
That's padding.
Yeah.
Do you reckon we could get a Cumberbatch in there?
Oh yeah.
Are they from the same? Do they appear together? I'm thinking of Benedict Wong.
Benedict Wong and Benedict Cumberbatch. I think they're brothers.
I was thinking of Benedict Wong being in. Maybe I was thinking of Benedict Cumberbatch. So I was thinking of Doctor Strange or Doctor Strangelove. No, Doctor Strange.
I know Benedict Wong.
I think they're brothers.
I think he's from. He played Kubla Khan. Sorry, in Marco Polo. Is that him? Benedict Wong, this guy.
Yeah, he is from Doctor Strange.
Oh, great.
So there's two Benedicts in that.
Double Benedict.
Holy shit. I think he's like his right-hand man. Let me double check. Yeah, he is. Doctor Strange. Two Benedicts.
People also ask, are Benedict Cumberbatch and Benedict Wong friends? Answer, yes, Benedict Cumberbatch and Benedict Wong are close friends.
They're Benedictine brothers in a way.
Oh, great. But we saved that for the Benedict special.
You know what gave me hope one time is that I heard that maybe some friends of Benedict Cumberbatch consider him like a bit of not a fuck up, but he's like their messy friend. You know what I mean? Like their friend who's like a bit, you go, oh man, you should see how my friends do it. Like see how my friend lives.
What friendship group is this?
Where's his friends with Kate Blanchett or something? What's going on there?
Yeah, I don't know. But not that he's his carear goes really well, despite him being a bit of a loose unit.
Oh,
maybe.
right. Like he's always late to stuff, a bit disheveled, lives probably when he was
that was the sense I
younger,
got,
lived in an extremely messy sort of share house, sort of that kind of, and then he's just sort of acted his way.
He acted his way out of it.
Yeah, out of the paper bag he was trapped in.
The talent was so strong. That could be you, Al. Is that what when you said it is messy, were you talking about the Stupid Old Studios when you were talking about, were you trying to draw a parallel to Al there?
I was trying to draw a parallel to everyone who lived in that warehouse.
A parallel.
I want you to know that I do actually get hope from that, from maybe me being the more disheveled of the group.
Of our group?
That maybe it can. Yeah, maybe.
I don't know if I think that role's been taken, bro.
Yeah.
Last night I did David Astel's ABC late show, night show on the radio.
Yeah.
And he was like, geez, you're looking, because I've, trimmed up my beard this year. He's like, geez, you're looking wow, I can't believe how together you look. It's like, you used to look so feckin'. And I've been meaning to look it up.
He said, sorry,
He
David.
had a real feckin' look
I
about
just
it.
have to get the dictionary off the shelf behind you there, David.
Because for people who don't know him, he is like he'd be one of Australia's premier wordsmen.
He's like the king of the crossword.
He's
in
basically
Australia.
a human dictionary.
Yeah.
Yeah, on our version of Countdown, letters and numbers, he is the dictionary guy.
That's right. Wasn't he the only one that they kept for the celebrity version as well?
Yeah.
But yeah.
Which I appeared on.
And so did I. Celebrities.
Celebrities, man.
both.
We did it.
All right.
I think mostly you call the show Celebrities so that you can get the engagement when you post clips and people go, celebrities? I don't know who these people are.
Yeah. Maybe it wasn't feckin'. Maybe it was feckless. Lacking initiative, strength of character, competence, or a sense of responsibility. That can't be right. I didn't look like that.
I don't think he would call you that. I don't think. Even for him, that's.
Is there a chance he called you fucked?
I did say, I said to him, what, David, are we past the watermark? You can't be using language like
This is on air.
On air, yeah.
Oh, you should have challenged him to a duel. My goodness, that is offensive.
I'm messaging him. What did you call me?
What was the adjective?
Did you are slow?
It's just registered now.
He texted me a suggestion for a future Do Go On topic this morning.
Oh, how exciting.
I'll keep that under wraps.
Whilst you message him, should we talk about the current Do Go On topic that Al's telling us about right now?
What did you call me last night?
Car crashes injure over 1 million of us every year because we're human. For over a decade, Waymo's been building a driver that's safer. Statistically, 10 times safer in the cities we serve. Not because humans aren't enough, but because they're everything.
Based on over a 94% reduction in serious injury or worse crash rates, learn more at waymo.com.
You've got social dialed in. Search is doing its thing. So why do your marketing results look the same as 6 months ago? That's because you're fishing in the same pond as everyone else. Podcast listeners are a different audience entirely. More engaged, harder to reach through traditional channels, and ready to act when someone they trust makes a recommendation. We're Acast, and we put them right in front of you. Browse thousands of the world's leading podcasts, book host reads or run your own ads, and track every conversion in real time. Same skills you already have, brand new results. Acast. Acast.com/advertise.
This kind of attack on Canada was sort of part of the beginnings of the American Revolutionary War, right? But when the invasion fails, there's this huge mass exodus of about 40,000 plus American loyalists supporting the British Crown, and they all begin to migrate north to the Canadas. And apparently it's estimated that 1 in 10 Canadians today come from this loyalist migration.
Oh, wow.
Right.
And these are people from all sorts of backgrounds. They're Dutch. There was like black loyalists. There was former slaves. There was indigenous people. There was Jewish people. There's all sorts of people from all sorts of places that came up and basically joined Canada.
You say you call it migrate. I call it my bloody fantastic.
My absolutely tremendous.
Great's not good enough for you.
Yeah, that's how good this movement of people was for Canada. My bloody best thing that could have happened to them.
Matt, your wordplay's gotten so good. It used to be so feckin'. 1776, the 13 North American British colonies to the south of Quebec declared independence and formed the United States. It was in July. I can't remember the exact date.
Oh, that's fun. I mean, that'll never come up. That'll never come up again.
And then in 1791, the provinces of Lower Canada and Upper Canada, which is what Canada was kind of divided into. They are formed, right? Upper is sort of supposed to just be further up the St. Lawrence River, and Upper Canada is kind of what is Ontario now, and Lower Canada is like Quebec.
All right.
And yeah.
Do they not know that Canada really goes a long way up?
Yeah, I don't know how far west they had gone at that point. I guess it's like it was hard to get across Canada.
Did they have an equivalent of manifest destiny?
I didn't see that in my research.
Yeah.
That exact term. It feels. Wait. Let me see. It says here they had summon fate. Yeah, so that was their version.
Summon
manifest
fate.
Destiny was summon fate. Yeah.
Really? I don't know.
No.
Okay.
No. I just had to.
I just
had to find two synonyms of the words that you said.
Yeah, no, it's very good. But it doesn't feel. It feels more American. It feels very American. Manifest Destiny. Canadian, it would be more like, oh, it's okay. Whatever happens, eh?
Yeah.
America's like, this is ours. All of this is ours, and that's what it's going to be.
Yeah.
It's destiny.
And I want you to know that the Canadians / they were still kind of considered the British at this time. They still were pretty like that. They were definitely like that towards the Indigenous people. Although a lot of Indigenous people did side with the British because they kind of had more alignment of their wants, and they often fought the Americans together.
Right. Is it sort of the lesser of two evils sort of situation?
Yeah. We're at around 1805, after the defeat of Napoleon Bonaparte's fleet in the Battle of Trafalgar. The Royal Navy started to become real pricks in the Atlantic, and American shipping was initially like prospering, with trade with the French and the Spanish. But now, to resist Bonaparte's like bid to dominate Europe, the British were stopping the U.S. from trading with France, and France was trying to stop the U.S. from trading with the British. And also the Royal Navy was starting to use impressment, which is when you force recruitment of unwilling men into military service. And they were doing that to American vessels, right, to keep the British ships fully crewed. And so the British accosted American merchant ships, seized alleged Royal Navy deserters, and were carrying off thousands of U.S. citizens into the British Navy. So this was starting to really piss off the Americans. Right, really, what I'm trying to do here is I'm trying to set up what happens at the end of this episode. And so I'm trying to build why things are happening, right?
Yep.
And so then in 1812, the Americans now decide to try to invade Canada again, right? And so they, believing that it would be easy to conquer Canada, which was still part of the British Empire, so this was how they would get back at the British for all this stuff they're doing at sea, the United States launched an invasion June 1812. Thomas Jefferson said the capture of Canada would be a mere matter of marching.
Oh.
And they decided that Upper Canada was the most vulnerable to attack. The Atlantic provinces were protected by British sea power, and Lower Canada was protected by its remoteness and the fortress of Quebec. So Canadians endured repeated invasions and occasional occupations, but basically with each invasion, ultimately they ended up with an American withdrawal. The Royal Navy and the British Army, supported by Canadian regulars, Canadian militia, and First Peoples warriors, they successfully defended Canada. So one example right there at the beginning of that was in just near Detroit, the July 1812, when General Hull invaded Upper Canada from Detroit, but soon retreated back to Fort Detroit after facing supply line issues and an aggressive defense from both Canadian militias and Indigenous people. British Major General Isaac Brock sent a summons to surrender to General Hull, warning him that once the battle commenced, the large force of First Nations the British had allied with, including Shawnee Chief Tecumseh, that they would be beyond my control. So he says, you better surrender, because if we attack you, our First Nation people will be beyond our control if we start to attack you. And then, he's essentially trying to scare them.
That's a real good cop, bad cop. Like, whoa, I can't control her when she's like this.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Hey, it was up to me, but when he gets in the mood, you're whoa, not me.
Which is, it's so funny as well, because you're like, you like going, hey, I don't want to be the bad guy here.
Yeah.
But if you invade us again,
I'm going to be the bad, and then they're going to, I can't control them. So,
I really don't want to get in the middle of this. You invading us.
I strongly suggest you don't do that. For you.
Yeah.
Not for me, for you.
And so that night, on the 15th of August, some 530 First Nations warriors glided across the unguarded river in canoes and landed below Detroit. The British followed in daylight with 300 regulars, 30 Royal Artillery, 400 militia, and 70 Grand River Iroquois. Brock marched up the road towards the fort as Tecumseh and his men swept through the forest. The popular story is that Tecumseh marched his men 3 times through an opening in the forest to give the idea of a much larger force.
Oh, wow. So doing a couple of laps.
That's fun.
And so the Americans who are at the fort of Detroit are watching this, and at 10 a.m. a white flag appears over the walls of the fort. And they surrendered Fort Detroit and his 2,500 man army to British Major Isaac Brock and to Tecumseh without a fight, handing Britain control of the Michigan Territory in an early stunning victory because Hull had convinced himself, this was the American guy, that he was being attacked by an overwhelming force and declared that he had saved his men and the 700 civilians, including his own daughter and granddaughters, from, quote, the horrors of an Indian massacre, right? So I guess people just believed that there would be something much worse that would happen if you were attacked by First Nations people. And he managed to basically get psyched out and he surrendered.
Whoa.
So I'm going to tell you just a couple of battles like this, and then I will get on to the good stuff. At dawn, a flotilla of 16 American ships under Commodore Isaac Chauncey, great name, made its way to the capital of Upper Canada, York, now known as, what's your guess?
Wait, it was known as York?
Huh.
Yeah.
And it's on the Chauncey? No, Chauncey's the guy.
I know that Chauncey's the guy's name.
I'm going to guess Ottawa.
What did you say?
Ottawa.
No, capital of Upper Canada, York, is now known as Toronto.
Oh, that's one of the big ones. Maybe the biggest one.
That we're going to.
It's the biggest. Isn't it the most populated city in Canada?
Yeah, I believe that is the case. Yeah, or if you're Drake, you would know it as the 6.
What's that mean?
This number comes from the city's primary telephone area codes 416 and 647.
Nice. He's got the 6.
Right.
Which both contain the number 6.
Also incredible that York is where that giant poo is as well.
Yeah, that's right. The Copperlot.
That's right.
Sister cities, maybe.
Okay, so the Americans cross Lake Ontario and capture the poorly defended shipbuilding port of Fort York. And the British forces are vastly outnumbered, so the British General Sheaffe, in order to stop the Americans from looting their munitions armory, sends the order to have it destroyed. So this 58-year-old captain, known as Tito Lelièvre, a veteran of the French Navy who's now fighting for the British in Canada, receives the order to keep its contents out of American hands. So Lelièvre volunteers to destroy it himself. He creates a fuse with a trail of black powder, right, and lights it with his gun. The explosion, and this is like the munitions storage of this port, right? So it's a huge explosion. It kills 38 American soldiers instantly and injures hundreds more. The flying debris even kills their commander, U.S. Brigadier General Zebulon Pike.
What?
First name's Zebulon?
And of course he's a Brigadier General. Zebulon Pike. Brigadier General Zebulon Pike.
Brigadier General Zebulon
Pike. Brigadier General
Zebulon Pike.
Brigadier General Zebulon Pike. It's got a great rhythm to it. Anyway, may rest in peace.
Yeah, or
That's right,
pieces.
Poor
R.I.P.
David.
Zebulon
Too
Pike.
soon, David.
R.I.P. ZP.
R.I.P. ZP.
Wait, R.I.P.
Brigadier General.
BGZP. It also kills 40 of the British troops, but the Americans experienced 5 times greater casualties than the British. The Americans then went and burnt the Parliament buildings and the government house and a bunch of military and naval installations. So they kind of like burnt a lot of York down.
So so Toronto was in the US at this point.
No, Toronto, this was them crossing over into Canada.
Right, sorry.
So that's why it's an invasion from the Americans.
So the Americans came into York. York becomes Toronto later.
Yeah, but it's currently known as York because the English can't help but just name things after things that they've already have named.
Yes, although you did say the French called Canada New France.
They also can't help it.
And I think the Dutch, all those European powers are so dull.
Yeah.
New Amsterdam. Come on.
New Holland is what Australia was called
true,
initially, wasn't
that's
it?
Right, yeah.
Um,
New South Wales is still the biggest state in Australia.
Yeah, New South Wales.
Is it because, and this must have been, someone would know this. Do you know this, Dave? Is it New South Wales, like it's named after South Wales, it's the new one, or is it New and South version of Wales? You know what I mean?
I don't know, actually, yeah. Because it's not like...
Alasdair's
never
from
occurred to me.
New South Wales, so maybe you would know.
Yeah, let me think. Let me just go back into my DNA.
Yeah, like why is it just called New Wales? Is that what you're saying? Like it's quite specific.
Yeah, is it specific to the area of Wales or the area that it is compared to Wales?
Yeah, or was Queensland at one point considered a northern Wales and then they chopped it up?
Oh, yeah. Should I look it up or is this just fun?
It's more fun to
leave out
speculate.
there? Yeah.
Well, if you ask the question, feels like you got to answer it. You know, this is tension and release.
Well, I answered it. It's just not right.
You're a composer. You got to build the tension, but then you got to let the audience.
This is a bit of an overview. Captain James Cook named New South Wales in 1770 after charting the eastern coast of Australia. He initially wrote New Wales in his draft journal before changing it to New South Wales. The exact reason remains a mystery, though historians suggest the coastal cliffs may have reminded him of South Wales.
Right.
Or he simply wanted a grand new British name.
So he added South there?
Mission accomplished.
Yeah. So they don't know.
Are there any other New Wales?
Oh.
Is there another New Wales somewhere? No?
And even newer Wales.
Don't know.
Northern Canada, apparently. New Wales may refer to a historic region of northwestern Canada.
There you bloody go, mate.
It was also a proposed name for Pennsylvania. How about that?
There you go. Very exciting. Okay. So, now because there had been a lot of these battles that had happened between basically America trying to get Canada at some point. All right. There was Battle of Chippewa, Battle of Chateauguay, Battle of Lundy's Lane, Battle of Beaver Dams, Siege on Fort George, amongst others. In 1814, the British wanted revenge for the Battle of York, and they were given an order from London to give the United States a good drubbing.
Whoa, give them what for?
Give them a bloody good drubbing, man.
Hey, we've been disrespected one too many times. We're going to go down there and show those boys south of the border who's boss, all right? Hey.
That is perfect.
Yeah.
And so, because they wanted them to deter the enemy from repetition of similar outrages. Don't do this again is what is the message they're trying to give.
Just delivering a message, all right? Don't do it again, okay? You listening to me, okay? Say don't do it again, okay? That's the message. Okay.
You come here and you do that again, I'll tell you what will happen to you is a bit more of this.
More it is. You don't want to know, but if you do want to know, have a look at these two. They're me fists, and they go right up your ass.
And these are me lips. Yeah, I soften up me fists with me lips, but I also toughen up me lips with my fists.
It's there's an exchange there. Okay.
All right.
So you're either getting tough talk from me lips or soft or hard love from my fists. Up to you.
And is that up the arse?
Up the ass either way. That's one thing's happening either way.
Have I mentioned that all these most recent attacks, they're all part of the what's known as the War of 1812?
Okay.
Ah,
That's interesting because
that sounds familiar now.
I just looked up in the hat. I was Googling some of the words that you've been using, and I found 4 people have suggested for the topic that we one day do the War of 1812. So,
Yeah.
do you mind? We normally would shout out these names at the start, but you had no way of doing it. Do you mind if I do it now, Al?
No, please.
So this topic, are you talking about the War of 1812? Is that kind of what this episode?
Well,
basically
the specific thing I wanted to focus on is the end part of the War of 1812.
Okay.
But it is all part of the War of 1812.
So this was suggested by Chris Kerr from Orangeville in Ontario, Canada. Matthew Bohr from Penticton. Is that Canadian?
Sounds like it could be.
Luke Kruger from Calgary in Alberta, Canada. And Lynn Olympia from Washington.
Penticton is in British Columbia.
Well, there you go.
Great.
Now, of course, there's a big part of me that's nervous that, I'm not doing justice to the Canadians here, that there's, I think there's a lot to this stuff. There was a lot of battles. I found out that one of the ports, obviously Montreal is close, but also one of the other ports that they take on the way, to Quebec City or whatever, it's just like an hour's drive from where I'm living right now. Things like that. I was like, oh shit! Like big battles between Canadians and Americans happen just a mere hour from here,
Which is nothing in Canadian terms. Which
is nothing.
That sounds like a great road trip.
I could definitely go.
Family
Go check it
road
out.
trip. Here we go. That's a classic dad sort of road trip. Hey, everybody, we're going to check out where a war happened once.
Yeah, I know. It's so funny going on trips with kids where you're like, okay, we'll go do a couple of things for us, and now we've got to go like to parks and just find some stuff where it's like we pay for a mini putt or whatever so that the kids can enjoy this trip in any way.
Yeah.
They don't like the sitting in the car. They don't like looking at the war stuff.
They don't like looking at the battle was here. Kids.
Is there mini golf at the fort?
Oh, that's what they should do. Oh, the cannon. The mouth of the
cannonball
cannon,
holes.
mouth of a hole.
Put it up.
Put it up the cannon.
That's right. One of those things with clowns that like they move their head from side to side. You're supposed to put balls in there. Do it with cannons.
Cannons and
put
cannonballs
cannonballs in there.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's good. Or do it with the skull of a dead soldier.
Yeah, of your enemy.
One time I was in Quebec City at one of their at the Citadel there. It's a big fortified, thing there. And I remember going on a cannon, sliding all the way to the end of the cannon and trying to look inside the hole. And just as I look inside the hole, was a rat looking out of the hole. And I went, "Ah!"
Hey, well, the rat probably thought the same thing.
That's right.
Who's this rat looking in at me? You know what I mean? But to them, calling someone a rat is a compliment. It's like saying brother.
Okay, so they wanted revenge, and so in the final summer of the War of 1812, the British increased their presence in the Chesapeake region, around Chesapeake Bay, which is the largest estuary in the United States. Right? Do you have any idea of where that is?
Yeah, in the east.
Yeah, because of what you've been talking about for the whole episode. But
yeah, well,
should we be looking it up on a map?
Chesapeake Bay, I've definitely heard of it.
So it's around, it's just below Delaware. Well, I mean, it kind of goes in, around Delaware underneath there. So it's below New Jersey and it's above North Carolina and just east of Virginia. It is Virginia.
There's a Williamsburg there. Is that sounds familiar? Is that a
and it
historical
goes
town?
right up there. And if you go up into it, into Chesapeake Bay, it takes you right up close to Washington, D.C., particularly if you go up the Potomac River.
Oh.
Right?
That's how you say that.
I thought it was Potomac.
That's what I would have
It could be that. It's probably Potomac. It's one of the only ones I didn't look up how to pronounce.
Oh, you know why?
I was like, I defer to you.
I know that because on the Watergate episode I did, I said it like you said it, and I got messages.
Yeah, no, look, that's fair. Thank you so much for catching me so early.
But it's also, I think we were just assuming because you are North American that you would know. But
no, Andy.
Why would you?
No, oh my God, I just called you Andy. Oh my God,
people confuse
Matthew.
me with Andy all the time.
I am
Honestly,
so sorry.
What a compliment.
I know. I always take it as such. Someone always says, how's Tassie going? I'm like, I'm not. You're thinking of Andy.
I get confused with anybody who has curly hair, glasses, or a mustache.
Yes. Yeah.
But you're the only one on earth to have all three. So
no, Ben Russell had it for a while, and then he had that great joke where he would say, he would come out with his glasses and his mustache, and he would say, "Yes, it is a disguise." And I was always jealous of that joke.
Well, you can have it now. He shaved off his mustache.
That's right. Now, okay, so the British increased their presence in the Chesapeake region in an effort to divert the American forces from their frontiers in Upper and Lower Canada, where they were doing all these attacks, right? So in 1814, Major General Robert Ross led an expedition from Nova Scotia to this region, right, to Chesapeake region.
Nova Scotia, of course, and New Scotland. Just on the same...
just put it in Latin, though.
Yeah.
Put it in Latin, and now suddenly they're new words.
That's zhuzhing it up a bit, at least.
Yeah,
putting a bit of effort.
Yeah.
At least going to Google Translate and having a go.
You know what I hate, though? I hate when this is a thing they used to do a lot more. I don't know if they still do it, but like things like Christopher Columbus, right? In French, his name is Christophe Colomb.
Oh.
Right? And I think in Italian, his name is like Christophus Columbus, right? I don't like that they change people's names.
Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah.
I don't like
that's
it either.
stupid. When they do the Jean and John, and they just go, John is Jean or whatever. I don't like that. I don't think you should do that.
I don't think they do that anymore, do they?
Yeah.
As much.
It's a bad practice because
sometimes I think people, if they migrate, they might change their name, but I think for the most part...
You get to choose your name.
Yeah, for the most part, I don't think that happens as much anymore. But yeah, it's so weird when you go, nah, that's too hard for our mouths.
Christoph, what the hell's that?
Christoph.
they still do it a bit in like Japan where they try to make the name fit the characters.
Oh, yeah.
So they'll go like Barada Pita or whatever like that, like where they kind of... I can't remember. But they...
I mean, it makes sense if you have to write things down, I guess.
Sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Anyway, so he brings this fleet of this army of people down from Nova Scotia. And when they arrive to Chesapeake Bay, alarm spreads quickly through the region. John Armstrong, the American Secretary of War, remained convinced that they were there to attack Baltimore because of its importance in ship manufacturing and trade in the Baltimore harbor. So, so if they attacked there, it could like cripple the American economy, so significant reinforcements were sent to defend Baltimore.
Okay.
Right.
You got to wonder if at this point anyone's going, why were we attacking Canada? This feels like this has just made things more annoying.
Yeah.
They were never coming for Baltimore.
And now they're right here.
Maybe why don't we just all, just hang where we are?
I think you've forgotten two words. Manifest destiny.
Oh, true.
Summon
God.
fate.
Yeah, God. God's on their side.
Yeah, God cool.
No, but yeah,
Or Canadian
but you got to remember
God.
that also you got to remember how much people hate the British, because you got to remember they didn't see them as Canadians yet.
Yes.
Kind, jolly, peaceful,
right.
Canadian, American hating Canadians, right?
Do Canadians hate Americans?
Oh, I think they have a slight problem with them, but they have a belligerent neighbor.
Yeah.
I think that there is some ill felt,
But I think that's
but
true
I think when you
inside
meet
of America
American,
too.
yeah, I think when you meet Americans in general, it's a very nice experience.
Oh, 100%.
Right? I think it is just the overall thing that is going on with America.
I remember Roy and HG saying that on The Dream back at the 2000 Olympics. They're like, oh, individually, they're the greatest people. When you get them together.
Yeah.
You get a few 100 million of them.
So John Armstrong thought they were going to attack Baltimore. Yet, as the British drew nearer, he grew hesitant to mobilize the militia, troubled by the war's escalating expense.
Oh,
But then the Secretary of State, James Monroe, fearing an attack on the capital, he offered to scout the British position and report back to President James Madison. So Monroe, accompanied by cavalry, left Washington and rode into southern Maryland.
Man, there's some big names here from history.
So, but you got to think, this is the Secretary of State is going like scouting.
Yeah, I'll do it.
Yeah. It's
I'll
like,
let you
could
know
you
what I
imagine it's
see.
like that's a role that Hillary Clinton had. Like, could you imagine her going like, well, you know what? I think that Julian Assange is up to no good. Me and some Secret Service agents are going to get on some motorbikes and check out what he's up to.
Or, I mean, that seems wild for us, but maybe you went back and you said Monroe heard about what Hillary Clinton did. You're going like, that's not what this role was about, sitting in an office.
It's about getting out there on the horse.
Yeah.
Have a
That's
look.
right.
Making the choice for yourself.
Yeah.
It
You're
is
there.
funny
You're the
to think-
Secretary of State you got to protect.
Like, yeah, all the things we think about now with, US politics, and you used to be at like, there was this story about this guy who wanted a job at Parliament in the White House. He knew when the president of the day, this like 100, 200 years ago, went on his daily walks, and he just would go there so he could tag along on this walk and sort of slowly ingratiate himself in. It's just like a different time. He just...
Yeah.
Well, by the 10th walk, at the end of the walk, he walks into the White House
He's like,
with him, sort of sits down, and the president's like, what do you want for breakfast?
yeah. It's like the idea of it is all Americans own that place.
It's the People's Clubhouse.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
the original
I think
idea
the
was that it
People's
was
House,
meant to be
isn't that
open
the Australian
to...
Parliament?
Oh, that's the Australian Parliament. I conflate Australia and America sometimes.
Yeah. The Andy Matthews of...
Yes.
No.
Well, Australia in the Commonwealth Games is like America in the Olympic Games. You know what I mean?
That's right. Yeah.
It's like George Bush said once that Australia, we're the little general in the Pacific. Or did he say that when John Howard was in? You're our little...
That's...
Did he
Was it
say
general?
that as he was patting him on the head?
Yeah, it was really patronizing. Was it little general or little... Yeah, something like that. Something very patronizing. And John Howard was baby. Well... thank you so much, Mr. President. What an honor.
I think you might know my name.
We'll follow you into Iraq any day.
Not that far from my Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Which is, yeah. Very different characters, those two. Although
Sure,
both
sure.
conservative politicians. So there you go.
Of course.
Both
That's
action
right.
heroes.
So then the British troops landed at the port town of Benedict, Maryland.
Benedict!
And
What? Was this named after the eggs?
I most likely.
It's
Or
named after Wong?
Cumberbatch. It's half named after Wong. We're naming it after Wong. And they started advancing north. By August 22, it became clear to Monroe, the Secretary of State, that the British intended to invade Washington. He quickly dispatched a messenger with a note to President Madison saying, "The enemy are advanced 6 miles on the road to Woodyard. I'm not sure. And our troops retiring. Our troops were on the march to meet them, but in too small a body to engage. The enemy are in full march for Washington. Have the materials prepared to destroy the bridge.
Whoa.
In a postscript, Monroe added, "You had better remove the records."
Whoa.
Right. Now, because before Congress had created the National Archives in 1934, it required each executive department to keep its own archives. Congress gave the Department of State the important task of safeguarding the nation's early state papers, treasured documents, including the documents of the Confederation, Continental Congresses, George Washington's papers as commander of the Continental Army, Declaration of Independence, and the Constitution. As the United States government moved from New York to Philadelphia, because that used to be the capital, and then the other one was the capital, and eventually to Washington, D.C., the government's papers traveled with each department. So once in Washington, the papers were just stored in boxes and trunks in cramped attics of public buildings scattered throughout the city.
It's a great
so
system.
the records were at risk. Yeah, they were at risk of poor storage conditions and lack of suitable space and neglect. And perhaps the most striking example of the peril faced by the state papers occurred when the British troops approached Washington in August 1814 here. So when word of a British invasion came to Washington, it sent the citizens into a frenzy. Local residents fled, turning to the city's supply of horses, wagons, and carts, and turning them into priceless commodities. Government agents, trying to save as many federal records as possible, scrambled to secure any remaining means of transport. Some government clerks even tried using their official positions to impound carts and wagons, but had little success in persuading residents who were too busy moving their personal belongings out of the city.
Wow.
So people were just starting to flee.
My people jumping in front of a wagon being like, "I'm commandeering this for the documents. Get your family out."
Yeah. I got the Declaration of Independence in this folder.
I got 11 children back here.
Yeah. And so at the Department of State, clerks John Graham, Stephen Pleasanton, and Josias King took up the task. Yeah, Josias King.
I also love Stephen Pleasanton. What a lovely man.
Yeah, Pleasanton. They took up the task of saving the valuable archives in the department's custody. They bought coarse linens to make bags into which they stuffed the archives and then loaded the bags onto carts. The documents were then they packed included books and papers, secret journals of Congress, George Washington's commission and correspondence, articles of Confederation, all that kind of stuff. Along with these early records, the clerks also bagged up, some of the other stuff I already said, the Bill of Rights, the Constitution. According to Pleasanton, whose account was taken 34 years afterwards, the clerks first took several document-loaded carts to a vacant grist mill on the Virginia side of the Potomac River. Was that it was? Potomac? What did you say it was?
Yeah, that's what we...
Potomac.
That's what we...
Yeah, I think for some reason to the Australian eye, it looks like Potomac, but they say Potomac, I think.
Yeah.
Anyway, so they put it in a mill, the old mill.
Yeah, they tried to put it in the mill, but across the river of on the Maryland side was a foundry made of munitions for the war, and the clerks feared that it might become a British target and bring the enemy too near to the precious cargo. So he decided to find another location. After obtaining wagons from nearby farmers, the clerks moved the documents to Leesburg, Virginia, 35 miles outside of Washington. There they locked the valuable documents in a cellar vault on an abandoned house and gave the keys to the Leesburg sheriff for safekeeping. So they just ended up in some random
house. Well, Al, you heard the saying "safe as houses"? So
I have heard that actually.
Yeah, well, there you go.
Yeah,
good example.
So that's probably where that thinking came from.
And have you heard of Random House, the publisher?
That's right, and that's books, which is a similar thing.
So that I imagine that's definitely
combine the two. Safe as random houses.
Exactly. Well, that's exactly where they put it, in a random house.
There you go.
So now back to the British who had arrived now, the British Army at Bladensburg, Maryland intent on crossing the
Go
Anacostia.
Sorry.
Yeah. And the Anacostia River and capturing the American capital. American troops and artillery waited on the heights overlooking the bridge, and the Americans had the advantage, holding high ground with roughly 5,000 men opposing a smaller British force. Now, I've heard different numbers throughout reading this. I've heard some people say 4,000. I've seen some people say 6,000, and I've seen this one here says 1,500. So, I'm not sure. But however,
it's so
in their
hard
hurry
to tell, don't you reckon?
Yeah.
Like whenever I'm at a gig and I'm like, I wonder what the capacity of this place is. And I'll talk with whoever I'm there with, and normally it'd be somewhere between 200 and 5,000, I got no fucking idea. There's a lot of people in here.
Yeah,
and they keep moving. I'm trying to do a head count.
Stop
Everyone's
moving.
moving around. Stay still. This mosh pit is ridiculous.
I'm just trying to get the front row.
Have some decorum. Yeah, try to do the front row and then count how many rows back. Everyone stay in your row in the mosh pit.
Please. Everyone, hold, pause, freeze.
For a bit, it's going to be a mosh. We're going to make it a mosh matrix. I don't know.
Al, you know how silly I am sometimes when I'm listening to old stories like this. I'm like, hang on. Does America go down to Canada? I'm like, no, that's obviously not how it ends. America is still America. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. Are they about to lose?
Are they about to?
Is Washington DC Canadian?
Is that Canadian now? And it's like it turns out Washington DC got moved further south, and now Washington DC is actually called
Canada DC.
Calgary or
we're talking about how Calgary got formed.
I guess for me, a big part of this was that I thought that it was weird that America hadn't taken Canada. And so my question of why does Canada exist was kind of like, why did this much more powerful country that exists beneath Canada, why haven't they taken it? And it's showing that they've made several attempts over the centuries.
But Britain obviously at the time was still more powerful. Like that, you hear people talk about even the American independence. Like it wasn't America beating Britain. Britain was very split right at the time, and it wasn't. They didn't put all their might into this thing. They kind of let it go and decided to put their efforts elsewhere. Is that kind of what happened?
Well, because the French were also helping America,
right?
And so they had that on their side, which was also the people that the British were fighting elsewhere.
Yeah. But it is quite fascinating. How where these made up lines exist, people push backwards and forwards and then it ends up. But I don't know if you've been following the current president at the time of recording.
Who is it at the moment?
Of America, it's this guy.
What's his name?
His surname's Trump.
Okay. Yeah.
But apparently
that might future-proof the episode too.
Yes, he did talk. He was talking at one point about taking Canada as a state of America, of the US.
Yeah.
How do you feel about America, the United States of America, taking the term American? Because I've heard some Canadians and South Americans and stuff who are like, America is like two whole continents. Why do they get Americans? But then others are like, no, we're Canadians. We're not Americans. Do you have a thought on that?
Yeah. I mean, that doesn't bother me at all. But because I guess we're all Americans in the continent way, but that feels annoying to say.
Right.
So I get that they get it, but they also get a lot for being the most powerful country in the world still. So I think they've, at the time of recording, which of course, after seeing their performance in Iran, I don't think Canadians are as fearful that they could take Canada.
They might put boots on the ground in Canada, though.
They might, yeah. But then you end up in a sort of Ukraine, Russia kind of situation where suddenly we're having a war of attrition where you're just kind of. It's a quagmire.
And I can see
Quagmire.
It's Quagmire, yeah, from Family Guy. Is that him?
A giggity, giggity, giggity.
And I can see Canadians going full guerrilla warfare. You know?
Yeah. I think they would. At first, I was like, I guess you just have to let them take it. But actually, just because you're like, well, maybe then people wouldn't, then maybe hundreds of thousands of people don't have to die or whatever needlessly.
Think avoiding war is, I reckon, that's my first preference.
But I think it's a bit of that kind of Russian thing where Russia's always prodding other countries. And I can't remember what the exact expression is, but if they push and they feel like a soft belly, they'll keep pushing. But if they feel steel, then they'll pull back. And I have heard somebody like a sort of a military analyst basically describing America at the moment that he's like, militarily right now, they probably couldn't even get Cuba because they've just drained themselves with Iran and all this other stuff. And so, yeah, I mean, it'd just be an awful mess.
You get the antlers.
That's right.
That's as a Canadian, that's what I would say.
I wouldn't even want to mess with like any part of the moose.
They're huge.
They're like proper megafauna.
We hope to see one.
Oh, really? Yeah. When I went to Yellowstone years ago, they were the only ones I didn't see. I saw a bear. I saw a heap of bison. Saw an elk, but I didn't see a moose. So keen to see a moose when we're over.
I'd love to see a bison.
Oh, bison! We were driving, and the bison herd enveloped the car. Am I saying that right? Enveloped?
Oh my God!
Enveloped.
You live to tell the tale.
Yeah, it was sick. It was so cool. I've got.
All right, I want to get you through this.
Yeah, please
get you through this. So there's a battle. This is the last real battle, and then
it sounds like it's a
we're
big
getting
one because they're marching on the capital.
You'll be surprised. Look, British Army arrived at Bladensburg, Maryland, intent on crossing the river, capturing the capital. So. Americans had the advantage. They had the high ground, 5,000 men opposing a smaller British force.
Did they have the moral high ground?
I don't know if they did. Not with all the bad stuff they've been doing.
They've also got nothing to fight for because the document's already gone. Yeah. So who cares? Let them have it. Have the city.
If Canada got the documents, would then they have rights, like a Bill of Rights and stuff? Is that what would happen? Whoever holds the paper.
Just capture the flag.
Yeah. It's like, all right,
I don't know.
They're our rights now.
I don't know how this whole taking over a country works. Do you just like get to the big building? Like if we just take Parliament House, do you get to run the country? I think people have to like listen to you.
Yeah.
So I think you have to scare them with military might.
Yeah.
And mostly as an individual, you probably just want to live your life. So it kind of doesn't matter that much to you who's the big boss.
Yeah. Back then, there would have been people who would have had no idea this invasion had happened.
Yeah, exactly. Anybody who lived more than 50 miles away probably had no idea that happened for 100 years. I don't know.
Yeah. Anyway, I want to hear about the invasion.
All right. So they have these 5,000 men, but they're kind of like, they're not their best men. They're militia. They're sort of poorly trained. They were sort of hastily put together. They were leaving heaps of gaps in their lines. The American commander, General William Winder, had only a vague sense of his troops' placement. A single regiment of British troops bypassed the bridge and forded the river north of the crossing, threatening the Americans' left flank. Under a barrage of British rockets, which are called Congreve rockets, they were like a new and frightening weapon for the American militia, who were mostly, untrained volunteers. So these rockets, these are like the famous rockets from the Star Spangled Banner. And the rocket's red glare.
Because that song got written around this time?
Yeah, I think it was maybe 2 years earlier that they had used them at Baltimore.
Right.
Right? Or maybe a year earlier they'd used them at Baltimore, which is where the battle that the guy had written his poem that the Star Spangled Banner used the words from.
Do you know more about these rockets? I'm not really picturing them. It's like little missile sort of things.
Yeah, they were kind of like, I think they've got an element of kind of like fireworksy kind of like you light them. So they'd be lighter than carrying cannonballs and cannons. I think they'd be several kilograms, but you would light them and then they would kind of have like a hissing flight and then a fiery burst, which would cause panic amongst the American troops, right? And so they kind of would cause explosions, but no, I think on anything fortified, the explosions weren't big enough to actually damage anything, but they could start fires. And they were harder to aim than like cannons. So I would say just picture like something Wile E. Coyote would use.
That is exactly what I'm thinking of.
Acme brand.
He's riding a red rocket with a fuse.
Like that, yeah. And so
riding a red rocket.
Having the time of his life out there.
He is a dog too, isn't he, Kylie? Wiley?
He's a coyote, yeah.
Coyote, is that kind of dog? He'd have a red rocket.
Yeah, he would have been, but he also would have been terrified of like fireworks.
It sounds like most of these guys are. If you never come across a weapon like that or whatever,
you'd be like, this sound and look of it is doing more damage than, like, if they go, oh, actually, that just bounced off that brick wall. Probably don't need to worry about it too much, but yeah.
Yeah, but I think now they're out in the open. And basically, after a bit of this, the militia broke and then they fled the battlefield.
Right.
So this is like... So as their line crumbled, soldiers ran for safety or rushed home to protect their families. A British naval officer noted his side had captured prisoners, but not many. The Americans had fled too quickly to be rounded up. The Americans eventually withdrew beyond the city into Virginia and Maryland. Soon after, for the first and only time, a foreign nation captured the United States capital.
Wow.
So, reporting to the Secretary of War, Winder chose his words carefully. He says, the contest, he wrote, was not as obstinately maintained as could have been desired. That's what he...
What a political statement.
And on October 7th, the newspaper article about the humiliating defeat described the hasty retreat as the Bladensburg races. And apparently that's very humiliating. That was, I guess, just because everybody was running, and so they named it a race.
Yeah. Like,
okay.
Who could run away the fastest?
And so now they charge on the American capital city, which was led by British Major General Robert Ross and Admiral George Cockburn.
Oh yeah.
Now I know how that should be pronounced, but come on.
That's Cockburn.
Let us live here.
It's Cockburn.
Come on. If you want it to be Coburn, spell it differently.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And there is a guy later who apparently in his letter, he had written it as Coburn, but, if the Cockburn family wants to pronounce Coburn.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I tell you what, Red Rocket, that leads, red raw rocket, absolute Cockburn. Something like that.
So during
don't worry about it.
There was something there.
Al, do you want to? We'll edit that bit out, and can you make that into a joke that almost makes sense?
What did you say? Red rocket?
Something about bringing red rocket. like a red raw cock.
They all brought their red raw cocks into Washington D.C.
Great.
And they burned down the Capitol building.
Yeah. Really?
They burned.
Is that the
White
Treasury
House? Department?
No. What is the Capitol building?
They burned
the Capitol.
The Library of Congress.
Whoa.
They burned the Capitol, right? Yeah. Here, like one guy says, here's a primary source. This is a letter from a guy who was a surgeon for the British Army, Surgeon John Fox, who was born in Nova Scotia. And he in 1793, he was 21. He was a 21-year-old surgeon, right?
Wow.
So here's
Surgeon
his description of like surgeon.
Is that back when they were surgeon barbers?
So he had two trades by 21.
Bloody hell.
That's impressive.
So look, this is how he describes the whole thing with going to. He goes, boats on the shore from different ships, and we shoot oxen, sheep, calves, which they bring off without molestation. I don't know exactly what that means, but and then apparently in case Yeah, in case the owner makes an appearance to claim the admiral has given an order to respectively pay the prices he has stipulated, 25 per £100. Anyway.
Oh, wow.
So, and so having about 6,000 of Lord Wellington's troops and our naval force being adequate to anything that might be required, we made an attack upon the city of Washington on the night of the 24th. The advance guard consisted of the 85th part, of which will some of the wounded we have on board, a light brigade of the 44th, and blah, blah, blah. Anyway, the American army were drawn up in admirable order, but after the first round were put in great confusion and disorder, and only about 2,000 of ours engaged an army of 8,000 exclusively, which were completely routed and put great numbers to the sword. The Americans made a bold stand at first, but seeing the gallant 85th advancing with charged bayonets headed by General Ross, they retreated with great precipitation and left our troops in quiet and peace possession of their capital, which they burned to the ground, beginning with the House of Congress, War and Intelligence Office, Mr. Madison's house, the dockyard, until a general conflagration. Sorry, I can't read that well. Anyway, basically he's saying they burned the White House.
That's crazy.
Right? And this is basically what I wanted to do this whole thing about. He said, and so he keeps referring to the president as Mr. Madison, but he says some of our officers had recourse to Mr. Madison's wardrobe, where they shifted their linen and remained in the city until 6 o'clock the next morning. Now, do you know what shifted their linen is? That's an old expression for changed their underwear.
Oh,
so I think they went into the White House and they changed their underwear with
personal underwear stash.
Yeah,
went into the sock drawer, went into the jock drawer, and they all just put on the presidential underwear.
I mean, I think that's when you officially take over a country.
That's it. When you're wearing the president's underwear.
People are fighting over the underwear.
Yeah. No, I'm the president. No, I'm the president.
There's more people saying here from inside the White House. After torching the Capitol, about 100 soldiers and sailors with Robert Ross and George Cockburn in ceremonial bicorn hats riding behind them, they headed to the Pennsylvania Avenue to the White House. And as a testament to how much blind faith the president and his wife had placed in their troops at Bladensburg, the president's wife, Dolly Madison, had her French chef prepare an extravagant feast for 40 guests that night.
Oh, wow. Rather than retreat just in case, they're like, bring more dignitaries over.
That's so funny.
Yeah. So to the surprise of many of the redcoats, the British there, the first thing they smelled as they entered the premises at around 11 o'clock was a warm, home-cooked meal.
Laid out for 40. That's awesome.
That's perfect.
And one of the soldiers said, "We found supper all ready, which was sufficiently cooked, and which many of us had speedily consumed, unaided by the fiery elements, and drank some very good wine also." Not surprisingly, several accounts of that famous night also mentioned the president's wine. Never was a nectar more grateful to the palate of the gods than the crystal goblet of Madeira, which is a sort of a Portuguese fortified wine, and water I quaffed at Mr. Madison's expense. Apparently the Portuguese had a good trading relationship with the Americans so that they could get a lot of this. After finishing their Madeira, the British began stacking wooden tools, tables, and sofas and bedding for a bonfire. Lieutenant George Pratt, a veteran of the Duke of Wellington's campaign against Napoleon in Spain, an expert in pyrotechnics, ordered the 50 men to surround the executive mansion, which is what they called the White House at the time, and hurl poles of fiery, oil-soaked rags at the end like javelins through the broken windows. Before long, the heaps of furniture, bedding, and the curtains were on fire. The interior collapsed within the shell. A burning mass of wood flooring and everything else that was combustible just burned.
Wow. So they didn't want to take it down. They just wanted to raise it to the ground. Yeah,
because I think the outside is made of stone stuff. So a on the outside, even to this day, there's a few scorch marks from the fire that are still visible.
Whoa.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, and at least parts of it are the same. And so where they didn't paint it, just to kind of leave that history on there.
Oh, if you ever go, you should get a self-portrait with it.
A what?
A solo self-portrait.
Oh yeah. Autoportrait.
Oh, sorry.
Autoportrait. No, it's okay.
Autoportrait.
You know, and it's funny because in the portraits of the White House from that time, the White House kind of just looks like it's in an open field, right? And so there kind of doesn't look like there's that much around. And so I imagine that an event like this is probably why they erected a fence.
Yeah, you reckon it was straight after this? I put a fence up. I think it took longer. I think the fence, it was still pretty open.
Yeah.
I think Trump's America really started fortifying it. I don't know what I'm talking about. I just like the term Trump's America, and I just wanted to say it. So sorry about that.
Yeah, of course.
Other people found
I did
it
also
upsetting.
just want to say this guy Cockburn. He, aside from burning much of the district, he supped on a dinner that he prepared at the White House. But then while marching back through the city, he also made a stop at the National Intelligencer, which I guess was a newspaper where the editor had been telling some tough stories about him, and later had all the C's removed from the press so the editor could no longer spell his name.
Or a lot of other words.
Yeah. And as a testament to Cockburn's ego, when he returned to camp after burning much of the district, he left a single soldier to guard the captured city overnight. I don't know what that means.
That's so funny.
They're not
even
back.
my best man.
Yeah. I left some kid.
Now, all up, the British soldiers were only in Washington, D.C. for about 26 hours because not long after they'd set fire to the public buildings, there was a huge storm that started putting out all the fires, but also a tornado that came and killed more British soldiers than the Americans had managed to.
Oh, my God. And so this is like
In God we
America's
trust, baby.
already thinking about being like God's people and how manifest destiny. God wants us to take over this continent. And then that happens, they'd be like,
a tornado comes and kills your enemy.
yeah, God. It would just confirm it for you, wouldn't it?
I mean, I'm believing now.
Yeah.
That's wild.
Yeah. Incredible.
Yeah, one British account of the storm that appeared, he says, "Of the prodigious force of the wind, it is impossible for you to form any conception. Roofs of houses were torn off by it and whisked into the air like sheets of paper, while the rain which accompanied it resembled the rushing of a mighty cataract rather than the dropping of a shower, a cataract being more like a waterfall. The darkness was as great as if the sun had long set and the last remains of twilight had come on, occasionally relieved by flashes of vivid lightning streaming through it, which, together with the noise of the wind and the thunder, the crash of falling buildings, and the tearing of roofs as they were stripped from the walls, produced the most appalling effect I have ever, and probably will ever, witness. This lasted for nearly 2 hours without intermission." A great line, by the way, without intermission.
I needed a pee.
Yeah.
I wanted to go get a snack.
I'm hungry.
During which time many of the houses spared by us were blown down, and 30 of our men, besides several of the inhabitants, buried underneath their ruins.
Jeez.
Our column was completely dispersed, as if it had received a total defeat, some of the men flying for shelter behind walls and buildings, and others falling flat upon the ground to prevent themselves from being carried away by the tempest.
Wow.
Whoa.
That's good writing.
That's good writing.
Yeah.
And I wonder if there's any regrets that they torched all the big buildings. Maybe the ones that would have given good shelter.
Take cover.
Yeah.
Oh, damn it.
All the windows are open because we threw our torches through them.
Yeah, that's... also, I always feel I'm like, you guys all just got drunk at the White House and and everyone's scattered and you're going... There was a tornado. It was a tornado, that's why.
Set fire to everything.
Yeah, it was full on.
Yeah. I also like to think about like how a lot of these wars were fought on foot. Isn't it crazy that you're like you walk into a city like and you're like just how slow, but just like it just seems so unthreatening.
They're coming right for us.
Yeah.
But yeah.
They'll be here in 4 to 5 hours.
And then probably after they check into their hotel, they want to have a nap.
Yeah.
Maybe a change of clothes. But yeah, they would do it in their old, like those year of old, from history. Like they'll march on a town and then camp sort of just out of distance. And the enemy will see them that they're setting up camp there. They're like, I guess they're almost going to come for us soon. But it's so odd. Like it's either we're going to be big enough to take them or not.
Yeah.
Well,
I know, it's crazy. Yeah, just that you're like, they're just over there on that hill.
Yeah.
But then also that sometimes you could surprise people by just attacking them at night.
Yeah, that's right. Or on a holiday. Wait, no, this is a sacred day.
Yeah. Oh, what? We're supposed to have the day off. It's the weekend.
Yeah.
And also I think that this is kind of like one of the reasons I wanted to do this is that for Canada, this is kind of considered a point of pride that at one point the Americans were trying to fuck with Canada and then Canada burned down the White House.
Yeah.
Right.
I can see that. Nation building or whatever.
Yeah. And now so the district was abandoned after just 26 hours, and the War of 1812 would stretch on until the Treaty of Kent not long after. As for Cockburn, his return to England in 1815 was short-lived as he was immediately assigned the task of conveying former Emperor Napoleon to St. Helena, where he served as the French ruler's jailer.
Oh, what an honor.
Yeah. And so in the end, it laid all of this, I guess the War of 1812 and the burning of Washington. I wanted to call the episode The Burning of Washington.
Oh,
but
that's badass.
Yeah. It laid the foundations for the emergence of Canada as an independent nation. It induced the British to seek peaceful relations with the United States for the remainder of the 19th century. But the real winner was the concept of war, I think. That
they've done it again.
That with small conflicts here and there, every decade, just small contributions like that, we continue to reinforce the idea that it does something and that we couldn't just achieve all this through deciding. And therefore, we have to keep doing it.
It does feel like, the powers that be really just quietly going, we need a bit of a population cull here. Is that what they're thinking? That to some degree, they must be thinking that. Because otherwise, let's just make a decision. Let's have a chat. Save all the death. Like, what that American guy did that at one point, didn't he? Saved this population of 700 at...
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, the guy at Detroit, he's considered a failure, but he actually just stopped people from getting slaughtered.
Let's not fight. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I liked him. I liked his vibe.
All right.
Was that Hull? Might have been.
I think it might have been Hull. Yeah. Oh. Yeah. It's a name that sticks with you because he's a real hero.
Yeah, Hull the hero. Heroic Hull. I didn't read any of these things, but the 4 people who suggested it have written why they thought it would make a good topic. Do you want me to read any of these?
Yeah, please.
So Chris Kerr says, spawned by Britain being a bit of dicks to the Americans in the Napoleonic Wars, the war between the USA and Great Britain is what helped Canada discover itself as an independent nation. That's what I meant before when I said nation building. I meant more like myth building or whatever.
Oh, right.
The national. Sadly destroyed a lot of the North American native population, which in turn helped the US expand west and stretch the French thin to help end the Napoleonic Wars. North America was truly shaped by the War of 1812. Also, Canada wouldn't have its national identity if it wasn't for the war. The sense of identity and national pride led to our own independence in 1867, and we still talk about how we burned down the White House, even though that part was the British. Yeah,
That's amazing. Yeah, I
But
mean,
you know, the guy who commanded the thing, he was born in Nova Scotia. I mean, I don't know how much more Canadian you can be.
Now, Luke says this war was very important in building of Canada and the US, and the American anthem was written during this war. Which is that what the Star Spangled Banner? Is that their anthem?
Yeah.
Because they've got kind of a few anthems, don't they, America? But that's their main one,
yeah, that's
I
the
think
main one.
Star Spangled Banner is their national anthem.
right?
Yeah.
What am I thinking of? Do they have another sort of anthem? Maybe not.
I'm not sure.
They've also got that dun 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 dun. What's that? The
Oh, yeah,
presidential
Hail to the
something?
Chief?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then obviously there's the baseball song.
And then there's
Take
Me Out to the
ball. Obviously. Yeah.
Charge.
And then there's Here Comes the Bride.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, of course. And then there's the
Yeah.
Imperial March.
Yeah. Dun, 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 dun.
But yeah, Al, that's wow. I can see why. Is that the kind of thing that would be taught in Canadian schools? Do we think that
I would imagine that it gets taught in history. I mean, I remember geography because, you know, I was only here till year 7. I remember in geography doing a lot of stuff on indigenous tribes and things like that, you know, and understanding where they were from and, you know, the names of a lot of the tribes and stuff.
That's cool. And then you got to Australia in the 90s and they didn't do any of that here, did they?
Didn't do any of it.
I believe it is a lot better now in schools getting taught about Australia's much longer history. They used to talk about maybe 200 years-ish.
Yeah.
they're like, there's a guy called Bob Hawke.
Yeah.
He drank a beer real fast.
It all starts with Gallipoli. But then, they've more recently realised that it goes back around, maybe potentially 60,000 years further.
And I'm just checking, is that before Bob Hawke?
I think that is, that's pre-Bob.
That's
PB.
That's PB.
In a PB world.
Thank you so much for that report, Al. It was really, I had heard, only from seeing the hat, I had seen Canadians burn down the White House, and it never made sense to me. I'm like, what could that possibly mean?
Yeah, how could that have happened?
Yeah.
In what world?
And it's incredible that there's still singe marks on the White House.
Yeah, that is fun. It's like, I think it's somebody made a good decision in saving that.
Oh, definitely. That kind of history is just really fascinating.
No, I think the singes will be bulldozed for the ballroom.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a chance that has actually happened, that some of those things have been bulldozed already.
Al, it just gets me excited to get to Canada and try that McGriddle.
Yeah,
I can't
try
wait.
that Canadian McGriddle.
That's right.
Is it a John Denver song that says something sit on the griddle?
Sitting on the McGriddle. Which you can do that. You can do that.
You sit on the griddle. Grip bits on the griddle.
Because they syrup the sandwich. You know, it's slippery.
That's why my esophagus likes it.
Thank God I'm a country boy. Has a line about cakes on the griddle. Is that anything?
It feels like there should be a song in Australia called "Thank God I'm a Cunt."
Well, Tism had an EP called Australia the Lucky Cunt.
Yeah, right.
So
that's already done. They've already done it.
I mean, if you think of something, Tism's already done it.
They've already done it.
But yeah, so is McGriddle the same as cakes on the griddle? When the sun's coming up, got cakes on the griddle.
Oh yeah, that's what he's singing about the McGriddle.
Is it? But is that is griddle? What does griddle mean?
I think is it just the hot plate?
It's just a type of grill, isn't it?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it's probably. Is it? Yeah. Is it just a word that grew out of grill?
Yeah.
Grill.
It's just a flat heated cooking surface with little to no edges.
Yeah, chuck it on the griddle.
If I was to speak off the top of the dome.
Hey Al, griddle me this. That's what I'd say if you were making me something on the griddle.
It's the griddler.
Oh no, it's the griddler.
All right, so
he's a short order cook.
Al, we normally say goodbye to the guests at this point, but do you have half an hour free to stick around for our?
I have.
What do you call it?
45 minutes free.
Oh,
no! Don't tell us that.
All right. Well, Al, the way this last part of the show works is it's really dedicated to our great Patreon supporters. Without them, the show would not exist. So we like to spend the last 20 minutes to sometimes 45 minutes.
But let's keep it closer to 20.
Let's keep it closer to 20 to thank our great supporters. The first thing we like to do is tell them a bit about what they can get involved in. Dave, do you want to do that?
You got to go down to patreon.com/DoGoOnPod and get yourself some rewards for supporting the show. I'm talking voting rights. I'm talking hearing about live shows before anyone else, getting discounted tickets. And here's a big one. 4 bonus episodes a month, including 300 in the back catalogue that you unlock instantly. And you can listen on the Patreon app, or you can also sync it up with your podcast feed of choice. So you can basically, you have a second podcast feed that whenever the new episodes come out, it pops up and you remember to listen. And you also get, at certain levels, ad-free listening. And you get to watch the video right now. Alasdair's drinking a beer. You can see that.
You can see that beer.
You can see that beer.
It's a West Coast IPA.
Oh, don't describe it too much.
Yeah. Oh, how'd you know? Oh, yeah.
You put it up to the screen before.
Or they say, because it's got it in French as well, IPA Côte Ouest.
And also, Matt, we have a section called the Fact, Quote, or Question section. And I believe it has a little jingle that might sound something like this.
Fact, quote, or question.
I'm on Gretel Ding.
He always remembers the griddle ding. And the way this works is if you're on the Sydney Scheinberg level or above, you get to give us a fact, a quote, or a question, or a brag, or a suggestion, or really whatever you like. That is entirely up to you. You also get to give yourself a title. I read out 1, 2, or 3 each week. I'm reading out 3 this week. And I should say, if anyone is on the Sydney Scheinberg level and they have any confusion about how to get your facts, quotes, and questions in, just DM me on Patreon. That goes for all Patreon supporters with any questions about anything at all. Just DM me. I'm here to help, and I'm listening. Now, the first one this week comes from Mick McRae. Mick McRae, previous guest on a live Who Knew It in Newcastle. A lost episode, actually.
Oh, really?
Still trying to, occasionally I'll message the venue and say, any luck in those files turning up? And they say, let us look, and then they don't get back to me. But anyway, maybe it'll be uncovered one day.
It's on the venue's recording device.
But they went through they moved venues as well soon after, so
they're somewhere.
They're probably somewhere. Yeah.
Have you checked a random house?
Oh my god! In Newcastle, or just really random?
Really random,
like at a Maui or something.
That is random.
I've had a few people where I was like, oh, do you have that video that you took years ago that you said you would give me but you never did? And I think it's like on 3 occasions people have said, oh, I'm sorry, I got flooding in my house and my hard drive got wiped out.
God.
Like it was like each person used the exact same excuse. And I wonder whether or not that's just the excuse that you make up when you haven't got people the video that they
Or
must.
it's like God wants those clips to not go online so badly that he's flooding hard drives.
Yeah, I mean, God is not past doing that. I don't know if you've read the Bible. But yeah, he did that at least
God
once.
would know that.
He hates hard drives.
God would know that I'm not good with social media and that I never end up posting the clips anyway.
Yes. You know? Now, Mick has given themselves the title of Big Ol' Softy. And Mick is also offering a brag. They write, "G'day, legends. It's been a while since I wrote in, so I'm going to be a bit cheeky and chuck in 2 brags for the price of 1.
Uh-oh.
First brag being I've been offered a promotion at work. Woo! I won't say...
Hello.
We love that. We love that.
I won't say publicly what company I work for, but I've been there for a few years and I'm stoked to have my hard work recognised. Congratulations, Mick.
Love that.
My second brag is I have been seeing my sweetheart for a whole year. Ooh. Our first date was a stand-up gig, Guy Montgomery. I mean, that's gonna get any romantic relationship fired up.
That's what you got. First year guaranteed.
Yes, that's a lock in. There ain't no aphrodisiac like Montgomery.
I love that because I don't have a rivalry with him.
That's rare, isn't it? Because you've got beefs across comedy.
I got beefs. No, that's just something I've been saying for years because I feel like for a little bit we occupied the same space. And then I was like, oh, we occupy the same space, but he's doing much better than me. And I was like, so I would say to people that I don't have a rivalry with him.
Yeah.
It's good to be the bigger man.
Yeah, you're just like, I'm releasing him from it. Okay? I'm out.
He doesn't. He doesn't have to. He doesn't have to feel like he's hurting somebody. No,
Was that part of the reason why you moved to Canada? Just to get so you could be the Guy Montgomery
once
of the
he was in
Northern
Australia,
Hemisphere?
there was only enough space for one guy. Look, he doesn't even do anything close to me. He's just very good.
He is very good. But so are you. You're the best in the biz. My favorite comedian of all time. Anyway.
I dare you.
Anyway, yeah, so saw Guy Montgomery. The only way that your relationship could have got hotter faster is if you went to an ATB show on your first date.
Oh, that's 2 years guaranteed.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
And probably children within 6 months, which is shorter than the gestation period for those non-scientifically minded.
That's right.
Anyway.
You'd have twins just off of one sperm.
Yeah. Your sperm would become like a worm where you can cut it in half and it just becomes two sperm.
Yeah.
And I know that's not true about worms, but whatever. Hey, went to a date with Guy Montgomery, and since he's willingly come along to a bunch of comedy shows, I think they're talking about their partner, not Guy. Not only does he enjoy my favorite activity, but he's introduced me to his dancing. I've been learning to dance this year, and I bloody love it. I'd had a kind of rough go with dating in the last few years, and I couldn't be happier that I found Josh. Anyway, thanks for indulging me in a ramble here. I'll let you get on with it. Hooroo. Hey, Mick, so stoked.
Love that.
Mick and Josh and Guy.
Getting down. Having a boogie.
Having a boogie. Laughing one night, boogieing the next.
You think it's ballet jazz?
I think it's rockabilly.
Oh, I reckon modern contemporary.
Yeah. Not rockabilly, rock and roll. What's that one where they're like wear their jeans up high and they sort of
like rock and swing.
Rock and swing. I reckon it's rock and swing.
Oh, I made that up, but you know.
Yeah.
Electro swing.
That's the vibe. Electro swing. Acoustic swing. Thank you so much, Mick.
Acapella swing.
Acapella swing. Me. Now, the next one comes from James Edwards, aka Big Gay Uncle of the Pod. Jess, I love those shoes. Well, I don't know how you see them, James. That's how good you are.
Yeah, that good. I probably got new ones for her birthday.
James, it's funny how I've got to know a lot of the patrons. James is based over in the UK and has one of the great laughs.
Great laugh and great dog.
Great laugh, great dog. Always comes to the live shows in London town and has a great laugh, great dog. Also, great partner who brings the dog along. I worry sometimes it makes it sound like I'm a bit full on. If like people are like, I'm never going to join that Patreon because Matt's going to get to know me.
Or I'm not going to come to a live show. I'll be accosted.
Yeah. No,
hi, I'm Matt. How are you? Oh my God.
I'm only talking to people who approach me, okay?
That's right. If you ignore Matt, he'll ignore you.
Yeah.
He's a spiteful man.
This is the problem with podcasts is that Matt forms a really strong parasocial relationship with the audience.
So James also writing a brag, saying, "Ahoy, ahoy, team. I hope you're all well and having a bloody tip-top lovely time in general. I do have a brag today, so apologies for that." No apologies.
We love brags.
I used to be a professional actor, but haven't worked in a long time in favor of having an actual grown-up job and making enough money to buy the occasional latte. That's not my brag. I was recently cast in a leading role of a low-budget British horror movie written and directed by an award-winning team, playing a particularly demonic character, and I've got the acting bug again. Man, I've gotten right into horror over the last few years. James, please. I was going to say, please tell us what the movie's called, but maybe I should just keep reading.
Just in case you're invited to the premiere.
We start shooting in August, and it's a crowdfunded. We are seeking donations in exchange for amazing gifts through Indiegogo. So if anyone in the Facebook group is keen, I will happily share a link. Please do that, or even post in the group if you all agree. Big ask, I don't know. Please do post in the group for sure, James. I will be putting some money towards this. Anyway, I'll keep you updated through the process if you like. Yes, please. It's going to be a couple of years before release, and I hope it will hit all the best horror film festivals in the world. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk. XXX, I guess, also known as...
Could be. Or it could be a threat if it's a horror movie.
Or it could be like, hey, just so you know, there's going to be sex in this.
Oh, yeah, this is a Triple X movie.
This is a hot movie.
Yeah. But it could also be, you know, that sound when you try to like attract like a dog or like a rabbit or something like or a deer.
Here, boy. And dogs like, oh, that sound. They love ASMR.
They love
dogs.
kissing.
James, that's great news. Congratulations. Keep us posted for sure, and definitely post it in. Did you mention the Facebook Patreon group?
I didn't. It's the most beautiful place on all of the internet.
Yeah, currently the group mum, Sophie, has got a T-shirt swap going, I think. So anyone in there around the world, I'm in it. We're all going to get randomly paired up and send T-shirts to each other. That's just an example.
That's cool.
I think it's a bit of fun. Just a lovely group. Nice stuff. It would have been a couple of weeks now, but we're doing a Patreon day to the footy. We're going to the MCG to watch the Saints and Tigers play. There's, maybe a dozen of us going. But those kind of things, they're always organised. Good fun.
But Matt's not full on. He's not full on.
You opt in.
Yeah, you don't have to go to the footy.
Go.
He won't drag you to
I won't drag. There'll be no pressure.
Matt asks before he gets a hug.
Yeah.
He asks before he sends you a T-shirt.
I say, hey, I'm a hugger. How about you? People say
that's right.
I'm like, yeah, I'm a hugger too. I don't go around saying, hey, I'm a hugger, because that feels slightly. Anyway, good on him.
I don't want to be labeled. Yeah, I get that.
But I like to hug.
He loves to hug.
And the final one this week, actually, it comes from someone who I believe is coming to the footy day, Nell Smith, aka The Goodest, with a suggestion. Writing, I'm a bit behind, currently listening to episode 553, The Island Shakespeare Forgery, but Jess's teacher's tone had me thinking if Matt has tried this wobble seat, then every episode he needs to focus, Dave, as a teacher aide, can say, Matt, do you need the cushion? Or something funnier, like cush for your tush, Matt? And then there's a link to, I guess, yeah.
Great, I don't know
Have
what
you
we're
heard
about
of
to
a
say.
wobble chair?
A wobble seat?
Wobble seat. Have you heard of this? Oh.
No.
Tactile seating wobble cushion, and we've got the blue one here. It looks a little bit like a large dinner-sized circle, but maybe in the middle.
Yeah, it looks like a discus.
It looks a little bit like a massage.
Looks like a dumbbell.
Yeah, I like the look of it.
Do you want to read the description there, Matt?
The tactile seating cushion offers a fun alternative to traditional chairs by allowing children to wiggle, shift and move while remaining seated. Sitting on the cushion feels similar to sitting on a soft gym ball and provides subtle movement that many children find helpful for attention and sensory engagement.
Oh, there you go.
I love it.
We
I
have
love
that
how
one of those in my house right
specifically for children.
Yeah.
Hey, Nell, I'm up for trying anything. I think I had a bit of trouble focusing today as well, to be honest, but I had a great time. I forgot to bring out my doodle pad. Found that recently, Al, that just having a pen and pad helps me concentrate.
I mean, years ago, I did remember reading that the drawing while people are talking does actually allow you to listen more carefully.
Yeah, it's interesting how that. I got to remember to do that each time. But I think I took most of it in today. Remember when I remembered Hull's name? That was pretty good.
That's right. That was a beautiful piece of evidence.
Yeah, that I was in. There was that evidence where I thought a man's name was the name of something else, and that was probably reverse evidence.
Sure, but it doesn't matter.
Anyhow, thank you so much for that suggestion, Nell, and thanks to James and Mick as well. What a lovely batch of facts, quotes, and questions this week.
Car crashes injure over 1 million of us every year because we're human. For over a decade, Waymo's been building a driver that's safer. Statistically, 10 times safer in the cities we serve. Not because humans aren't enough, but because they're everything.
Based on over a 94% reduction in serious injury or worse crash rates, learn more at waymo.com.
Hey, it's your ceiling vent, so I'm dripping. Could be the rain, could be the upstairs bathroom. Yikes. You could hire the guy your neighbor recommended, but I'm pretty sure that's just his cousin. Do we know if he's licensed, or does he just own a ladder?
Listen to your home. Go with Thumbtack. Upload a photo or voice note and we'll diagnose your project and match you with the right pro for the job. Thumbtack. we know homes. Hire the right pro today.
The next thing we like to do, and Jess normally helps us out here. Al, would you be up for being involved in this?
It would be a dream come true.
So, normally, Jess comes up with a little game based on the episode's topic where, you know, for instance, if the episode was about a murder, each patron that we read out, we'd come up with a murder weapon, say. So, I don't know, what the topic today, what could it be? Something.
Let's see. Well, a battle.
Could be a battle over. It could be what kind of dinner is waiting for them at the White House.
Oh, that's what they burnt down.
Yeah, what they burnt down. But anyway, these are suggestions, Al.
Let's. I'm gonna go for what they burnt down.
What they burnt down. Love it. Is it in Washington or it could be anywhere?
Look, I think it could be anywhere based on where what the person's name is.
Yeah, what about you could say what they burnt down to teach someone else a lesson?
Yeah,
sure.
I like that. All right. Well, do you reckon you'd have 9 of these ideas, Al, if me and Dave threw them at you?
I might have 12.
Okay, great.
Well, that's good actually because it looks like we've got more than usual.
Yes, we do because I found 2 people have messaged me on Patreon and they'd slipped through the cracks. So
great. So we actually have 11 this week. So 12 is a good number to have.
That worked out very nicely. And appropriate for 1812. Another idea could be you could give them a war of a different year. You might give them the war of 1999.
But would you have 11?
Yeah, no, it'd be hard to go with 11 years.
It'd be impossible.
Yeah, so Al's going to burn things
11 numbers?
Yeah. 4 digits, though.
Did I go up that high?
Yeah, that's a good question. Cool. All right, should we go one for one then?
Let's go for one for one.
All right, first up, Al, we'd love to thank for their support from Oslo in Norway. Sorry for the delay on this. Jonas Husdal. Or Husdal.
Ooh, Jonas Husdal would burn down one of the Jonas brothers.
Which one?
Well, his choice, I think.
Oh, dealer's choice.
Yeah, dealer's choice, burner's choice.
He burns down the 4th one. He wasn't never even in the band.
Yeah.
That's a bit rude.
Oh, no. A second Jonas has gone down.
He's not even a millionaire.
Never forget.
Never forget. All right. That's fantastic. I mean, you've just given me absolute confidence that this is going to work.
Oh, I'd like to thank from St Andrews in Great Britain. Surely the St Andrews in Scotland we're talking about.
Yeah, I believe it is. That's the home of golf.
Oh, my goodness. Thank you. And hello to Zoe Harvey.
Oh, well, of course, one of the great fast food chains that you will find here in Quebec is called Harvey's. And what this person would do is burn and then flame grill a beautiful burger patty.
Oh, that is lovely.
Zoe, again, so sorry for this is about 2 years after you were meant to have been shouted out.
I hope you stuck with us, Zoe. And
no, Zoe just messaged me.
Oh, you're a legend, Zoe. And I'm keen to try Harvey's.
Yeah, Harvey's, put it on the list. One of the all-time great St Kilda players, Robert Harvey.
Great.
Banger. Nickname Banger for Harvey Wallbanger, I think.
That's good stuff.
Bit of fun.
Yeah, vodka Galliano. Good stuff.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, I think.
Well, let's can we have a Harvey Wallbanger at Harvey's? Are they licensed?
With orange juice.
Oh, bit of vitamin C.
We could just get it and drink it. Drink something in the park.
Oh, fantastic.
Is that the cocktail? That long, hard screw against the wall? Is that what you meant?
Oh.
We'll have one of those.
Yeah.
That's a cocktail?
Do you remember one of those? It was like a shooter or something like that.
Yeah, that is.
That's a cocktail.
I think it's a low. Isn't it a long, comfortable screw against the wall?
I think that's different variations because they're all variations of, one like
clunky.
Sex on the beach or something.
Sex on the Beast. I'll have one of those.
Right. A long, slow, comfortable screw up against the wall is a classic, playfully named highball cocktail. I'm pretty sure I used to be a long, hard screw.
And that's what the wall is. That where wall banger's from? And then screw against the wall. Oh, is that all connected?
What? I never realized. No, it's like long as in it's a tall glass, slow as in slow gin, comfortable as in Southern Comfort, screw as in vodka and orange juice, a screwdriver, up against the wall, a float of Galliano liqueur on top. which is borrowed from a Harvey Wallbanger.
That's good stuff.
That's good stuff. I think,
hell, man.
and sometimes people say the cocktail industry doesn't know how to have fun. Well, I'd invite them to have a look at Exhibit A.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, they're not mixologists for nothing.
Yeah, come on. They're having fun.
All right, next up, I would like to thank... Am I stepping on your toes here?
You are, but you can go for it.
That one went so long, I figured that you must have spoken in between, but you
From
haven't.
address unknown, Schumann from deep within the Fortress of the Moles, it is someone who's going only by the initials BFG.
BFG, what are they burning?
Right, they're burning the fucking...
Giant peach?
Hey, giant peach, man.
Oh, wow. Set fire to the giant peach. Because we've got, obviously, the big banana,
yes,
the big pineapple, big prawn. There used to be a big peach, but BFG burnt that thing down.
Yep. Yeah. Not so friendly, after all, the giant. But it does look like they are just actually BFG's initials, based on the email address. Maybe first name Bernard, but I won't give any more away than that if they don't want it to be given away.
Whoa.
Bob Frieda Geldof.
I never knew his middle name was Frida, but it makes sense. He likes spreading Frida around the world, doesn't he? Anyway.
Frida, you got a weird monobrow.
Now it's you, Dave.
All right, next up, I'd like to thank from Lombard, Illinois. That's not that far from where we were talking about today. It's Amity Davis.
Ooh, then we're going to be burning down the Amityville Horror House.
Oh, my gosh. Which is, where we did I even did the whole episode about that a couple of blocks ago. It's in America, isn't it?
Yeah.
Maybe in Delaware or something.
I wouldn't be surprised. A lot of these Hollywood movies are based there.
Yeah.
Long
Island.
Don't want to travel too far from home.
Oh, that sounds right, actually.
Yes. One of the longest of the islands.
And it's actually only named that because of the glass it's in. From Lawson here in New South Wales, Australia. Thank you so much to Katie Saint.
Oh, then we're going to burn down the stadium where the Saints play.
Whoa, no. Marvel Stadium where they play, or Linton Street where they train?
Where they play.
Okay,
we're burning down Marvel Stadium down near
the Docklands.
The Docklands.
Oh,
I think
great.
it needs a restart.
Yeah, I reckon you're right.
I guess Guns N' Roses is cancelled then. Great.
Faith No More and System of a Down.
Great. Thanks a lot, Katie.
Oh, Katie, yeah. You might want to burn down, you get rid of footy for a bit, but what do you think about the tunes?
Yeah, the off-season.
Come on.
Shimona. Did you know that Michael, I looked up the other day that Shimona thing that Michael Jackson says. Did you know that that's just a stylized way of him saying, come on?
Whoa.
Oh.
He's softening the C to a she?
Yeah. Shimona.
Huh. Yeah. What an odd guy. I hope I'm not overstating that.
I've never thought that before.
Wacko Jacko.
Never thought that before. Next up, I'd like to thank from a location that is unknown to us, probably deeper than the Fortress of the Moles. It's Jenny Pickett.
Ooh, Pickett's going to be burning down a fence.
Oh, where do you get your ideas is a question.
Yeah.
You're doing, I feel like we're mind melding here because that is just good stuff.
You were thinking that too?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know where. I was thinking either a fence or Byron Pickett, the old footballer. But I don't think you should burn down a human.
No, but a fence.
I think a fence. Burnt down the TV, the 90s cop drama, picket fences.
Was that
a real show?
Yeah. Where I mainly remember one episode where it was Halloween and this old guy, rumor went around the town that he was a pedophile, and he so none of the kids were allowed to go past his house. But I think, as I remember it, I don't think I understood the pedophile part because I saw it when I was a kid, but it was like, he was like a guy that kids were told to avoid.
Yeah.
And I think it turned out he was just a sweet, lonely man.
Yeah.
It was so heartbreaking. And he set up this bowl of candy for for Halloween and no one went there to take it. I just remember being heartbroken. But it's very possible now that I think about it that I entirely did not understand what was going on.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, I think that there is a whole category of old men that are lonely and they try to use candy to connect with people on public transport and in public, and it is all taken wrong. But like, because I remember Indiana being offered candy, or like when she had like a young, one of our young kids with her, and being like, I don't want you to take that little kid.
Oh, I had a man come up, offer my daughter in the pram just a loose grape, just in his hand. And I was so thrilled that she didn't want to take it, because if she did, I would have been like, thank you, throw that as soon as the man's out of our eyesight. But thankfully she was like, this is weird, no thank you. And then the guy just went, okay, and kept walking, probably eating the grapes.
Yeah.
But a loose grape, no, like from his hand, no thanks, mate.
Yeah, okay. So yeah. I wasn't I thought you were doing a bit there, Al, but no, it sounds like that is a common thing that happens.
Yeah, people do.
Yeah, there are just old guys who think
because,
that's how you can connect with people.
And probably back in their day, before pedophiles and stuff.
Yeah, a loose grape, that was a sign of respect.
Yeah. They didn't have, they weren't worried about any of this nonsense back in my day. We swept it all under the rug.
That's how Socrates met Plato.
All right, Matt, who's next?
From Austin, stay weird out there in Texas. Have you done the mothership yet, Al, since you've been living in North America? It's a big comedy place in Texas.
I've never been to Austin.
Oh, well, you got to go because they...
James McCann was there and he said there was a lot of gunshots that he would hear.
Yeah, he's...
At the show?
No, just like because he was living there.
On the
street. So he was just in the neighborhoods. He was like, there's a lot more gunshots here than you would like in your vicinity.
Yeah, compared to what? To Adelaide, where he's from.
To Adelaide, yeah.
I can imagine it. Texas is like, this Texas stereotype is just guys in big hats shooting into the air.
Yeah. It's an open carry state.
What I would say to James McCann if he was here is, mate, you don't move into a suburb for the culture and then complain about the noise.
I do. I think it's okay to do that.
See what I'm doing? A little parody of people who move near live music venues.
They move next to a pub. It's had music for 50 years.
Bit of fun. Yeah. You see, I don't know if you caught what I was doing there, but it was pretty fun.
That was good stuff.
Thank you.
And who's from Texas?
From Texas, would you believe it's someone called Days of Summer?
All caps, if that helps out.
Daves of Summer?
Days, but it looks like their real name might be Greco.
Days of Summer.
Okay. Yeah. Well, then I will burn down one of the Greco wrestling stadiums.
One of.
Greco? Is this before the Grecos and the Romans got together to form Greco-Roman wrestling?
No. I want to burn down the Greco-Roman stadium.
I only know it because of, again, Roy and HG's coverage of the 2000 Olympics. They would commentate the Greco-Roman wrestling.
Yeah, it's a weird one, isn't it?
Greco-Roman. Fantastic.
Good on you, Days of Summer. Thank you so much. Next up, from a location unknown to us, probably deep within the Fortress of the Moles, it's Zoe. And I'm trying to see any way to identify Zoe, do we think, without giving away?
Yeah, surname starts with W, middle name starts with N.
Love that. So Zoe, Al.
Okay, Zoe W. I think she burns down a UFO that turns out to be terrestrial technology that we had never seen.
Hey.
Okay. Any regrets?
Zoe.
There is an umlaut over the E as well. So I think you pronounced it right. Zoe.
Yeah. Zoe.
I think that's what an umlaut does. Gives it a bit of a kick. Thank you, Zoe. And from Glendale in California, in the US. Oh, I love one of my favorite names, Keith. And he's a mononym as well, Keith.
Holy moly, Dan. We burned down a statue of Cher in honor of getting rid of one mononym.
Yeah. There's enough room for one mononym.
Yeah.
Madonna, you're next.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Madonna-nym. That's
Thank
when you
God
change
you're
your
here.
name. That's somebody who changes their name to Madonna, but only one Madonna.
Next up from Illawong, New South Wales. Hello, and thank you to Alana Shooting Star.
Oh, hey, Alana.
Hello.
Do you remember Alana,
Oh my
Al?
gosh. I do remember Alana Shooting Star. Very nice person. I remember at least doing one show with her.
Yeah, used to run the room around the corner from here that's changed hands a bunch of times, but I think it was called Cult Comedy maybe when Alana ran it.
Alana Shooting Star is burning down all the venues that have taken over from the venue and bringing back cult comedy.
Oh,
Great.
cop that deathbed comedy. Which actually did recently shut down. They've passed them. I'm sure they're going to rebadge it again. I love those rooms. Melbourne comedy rooms is probably a thing around the world that just change hands so many times. Big fan of that. But the venue stays. It's normally a room at a pub.
And then they just call it a new name.
Either, it'll often be rebranded, but sometimes I'll keep the name. Like Catfish has stayed Catfish.
That's had a few
Ever
people.
since Al was the last one, had a different name at Catfish. Brouhaha Comedy.
Yeah.
And then it's been Catfish Comedy ever since, but under like 5 different management teams.
But because it used to be called Brown Couch.
Yeah,
that's right,
Gertrude's Brown Couch.
Gertrude's Brown
I
Couch.
played there in my band when I was 18, 19.
No
yeah.
kidding. It's a
Yeah.
great venue.
Good little spot.
We went there after the Who Knew It 200th to see it.
Playwright.
Oh,
They're actually
Playwright?
pre-Playwright. This was our Red Letter Day. But thank you for remembering Playwright.
and it was
Red Letter Day.
Post Weed Hornet.
Yeah, that's definitely post Weed Hornet. So I was about 18.
Hey, geez, you got a lot of bands. You should do your own festival one day where they all get back together.
I've got to relearn all the songs.
Thank you so much, Alana. And finally, from Burnaby in British Columbia, Canada, thank you so much to Rowan.
Oh, Rowan is going to burn down Mr. Bean.
Oh, my gosh. He's from a place called Burn, so that works so well.
Yeah.
And
Gonna burn
Rowan.
down Mr. Bean. What would that sound like?
Bean.
Thank you so much for Rowan, Alana, Keith, Zoe, Days, Jenny, Katie, Amity, B, Zoe, and Jonas. And the last thing we need to do is welcome some people in the Triptych Club. Dave, how does this work?
Al, this is our Hall of Fame for people, could you believe it, have been supporting the show on the shout-out level or above for 3 consecutive years. For those 36
Holy moly.
months plus, they didn't drop off, so to thank them forever, we welcome them into the club. It's a Theatre of the Mind style thing. Your name goes up on the wall, and once you're inside, you can never leave. But why would you want to? Because we've got entertainment, we've got facilities, we've got food, we've got drink, we've got Harvey Wallbangers, probably.
Oh, yes. And Dave normally books a band for the after party in this Theatre of the Mind thing.
Yes.
Al, Jess normally comes up with the cocktail for the day. You happy with the Harvey Wallbanger, or you want to make up a new one based on the topic at all?
Ooh, I mean, I don't mind that long,
comfortable
screw. Long, slow, comfortable screw against the wall.
Oh,
Yes,
yeah.
please.
Oh, if you don't mind.
And for the drink?
Oh, wait, who's the name of that golfer?
Oh, yeah, with the lemonade drink.
The bear.
The bear, yeah.
Jack Nicklaus.
Jack Nicklaus.
No, that's
No,
not what I'm
it's
thinking of.
Arnold Palmer.
Arnold Palmer.
Oh, yeah, the Palm. He's the drink guy. Jack
Yeah.
Nicklaus is just the best guy.
And it's like
You know, since
2 soft drinks mixed together or something.
That's good.
Mm.
Is that what we're having?
I don't know about it, but I know that there's a brand of his golf clothes here that I've found in secondhand stores that I've really loved. And so I started wearing a bunch of golf clothes.
That's awesome.
That's fun.
I'd love to see that when we get over there.
The Arnold Palmer is a non-alcoholic mixed drink that combines iced tea and lemonade.
Oh, what about this? A long, slow, comfortable Arnold Palmer up against the wall.
Up against the wall. I love that.
What do we think?
I mean, it's a very vivid picture you've painted.
Take your turn. No, get in line.
Take your turn, mate. Everybody get in line. Arnold Palmer's feeling long and slow.
Yeah, talk about a hole in one. All right, so we got 6 inductees this
and I
week.
always book a band.
Oh, you always do book a band.
I couldn't believe it when you said that this is a Canadian topic, even though I knew it was going to be. And that's all I knew
With
about.
fire as well. Am I thinking right? Am I on the right path?
Fire.
If something's on fire, maybe someone.
You know who's having a moment, though? The Guess Who.
Oh, they're having a moment?
I mean, they kind of just did a big tour from back in the days. Do you know the Guess Who at all?
No one by
These
name.
eyes, hold for you.
Oh,
These eyes.
An American Woman.
American
Woman.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That's right. Matt and I recently did a countdown of our favourite Canadian songs for our Patreon for a little bit of sizzle, getting excited about the tour. And this, the act today, actually, don't tell them this because it's sad for them. They didn't make my top 5, but they got an honourable mention. Playing in the club tonight, we've got Bachman, Turner, Overdrive.
Whoa.
BTO
are here.
What's one of their songs?
Working overtime.
Yeah.
Well, what's the rest of that song? I can't think.
I was sure you were going to have, but of course you booked these ahead of time. I was sure it was going to be Alexis on Fire.
Oh my God, I thought you were talking about Arcade Fire.
Oh, right. Okay.
It's so funny that I didn't think about one of my favourite bands ever.
Who we were just talking about because they're touring Australia in a couple months. Taking care of business. Taking care of business. Working overtime.
Also, you ain't seen nothing yet.
Baby. You did have that in your top 5.
It was an honourable mention.
Oh, honourable mention. Apologies. All right, so we got 6 here now. Should we throw this to Al because he's a beautiful wordsmith.
I'd actually love that, Al, and I can hype you up. Usually, what happens is when Matt announces these people, I do a pun or a bit of wordplay about their name.
Or where they're from. Okay. And it's bad on purpose, I think.
That's not true. It's really good, Al.
It's bad, but it's not on purpose by the sounds of it.
Okay,
I'd be like, I'm never in hell when I'm with Al. If you came in, for example.
Never in hell.
And then Jess Jess usually hypes me up as my hype woman, but she's not here. So if you could do the puns and stuff, I'll be the hype man for you.
A classic Dave is like he'll do the switcheroo. So it'd be like if someone's name is surname's Gold, their name's John Gold. He goes, "You win the John medal for me."
That's pretty good.
That sort of stuff.
That's actually good.
That is classic Dave.
And every time there's someone called Ryan, it feels like there's been hundreds of them so far. I always say, if I didn't have Ryan, I'd be crying. So if Ryan's
I don't know if I can do anything that good, but I will try.
So we're just giving you a level. Me. Okay, so we got 6 here, Al.
Well, you can only have 6 when you're having 6.
Yeah, okay, you're ready.
He's ready.
You're ready.
Woo! Yeah, my guy.
You might need to take it down a notch. That might have been a little too good.
Yeah. If you notice me stop cheering, it's because I'm kind of feeling threatened.
Okay, no problem.
First up, we just heard his name because he was overdue for the shout-out. This is how long he's been overdue because he's also overdue for the Triptych Club from Oslo in Norway. Please welcome into the club, Jonas Husdal.
Oh, Jonas. Flow us into it.
Flow us into it, baby. Woo! Flow us with Jonas.
Jonas is not Joe Nasty. What I just realized is Dave is always looking at him and he has time to think ahead. So you're doing better than him without any pre-warning.
Sure.
Listeners are going to be shocked that you have time to think about it.
I mean, I have the amount of time of you reading the name.
They're not going to be shocked.
It's about 10 seconds.
They're not going to be shocked, though, about it once they see the quality of somebody who doesn't have time to look at it.
From Glasgow in Great Britain, welcome into the club, Lachlan Calderwood.
Lachlan, better not mock 'em.
Oh, better not mock them, yeah.
From Ellen Grove in Queensland, Australia, welcome into the club, Susan Shepherd.
Shepherd? I hardly know her.
Hardly know you. Woo!
From Colorado Springs in Colorado in the United States, welcome into the club, Lisa Olson.
Olson, gonna boastin' your mostin'.
Boastin' the boastin'.
Hey, Lisa, what's Olson is Newson again? This happens. When Dave does, I try and throw one in as well,
it's really important that you do because I'm getting stuck in a pattern of just saying their name and then trying to.
From Nurayutpa in South Australia, welcome in Cara Jones-Riedel.
Regal, I hardly knew you.
Cara Jones, Riedel or not, here we come to give you a big congratulations.
Read all about it. Woo! Yeah!
And finally from Blair Athol, but not the Scottish one where my family ancestry is from. I didn't even know there was one in New South Wales, Australia. Welcome in, Tim Almonte.
I'll wanna monte you all day.
Yeah! Woo woo! Have a nibble.
I couldn't even touch that if I wanted to. Thank you so much and welcome into the club. Make yourselves at home. Grab a drink and get ready to see a bit of Backman Turner Overdrive. Tim, Cara, Lisa, Susan, Lachlan and Jonas, as well as the 1,100 plus other people already in and can't leave. But why would they want to? That brings us to the end of the episode. Anything we need to tell people before we go? Al, anything you want to tell people?
I just want you guys to have a nice time. Just try to enjoy the moments where you're not looking at a screen.
Yeah.
Really try to just try to kind of go like, just try to accept.
Yeah, okay. What are we accepting?
You know what I mean? Like sometimes you're like, you know, sometimes you have a bad experience and you're like, I'm actually enjoying this because I'm just like really in it.
All right, because you get the right attitude.
Yeah.
This is life.
So just be in it. Just be in it, man.
That's great advice.
Life, be in it.
Life, be in it.
And how about
Life,
this?
be in it.
Come see us, all of us, in Canada in September this year.
In Canada.
2026.
Especially in
Can't
Calgary.
Yeah, we need you to come to Calgary. Please come to Calgary.
So pumped up. Thanks so much for joining us, Al. It was so nice to hang out with you. Can't wait to do it in person. Dave, anything else we need to tell people?
I guess now this podcast is finished, you can load up a bunch of episodes of Bobby Logs or Two in the
Bobby
Think
Logs
Tank.
Or Two in the Think Tank, sure.
And check out my special Bad Boy, which is on the Humdinger channel. Thanks for everyone who's commenting nice things and sharing with their friends. Really appreciate it.
It's really good to hear from everyone. I noticed you shared a comment, which is lovely. If you've never seen Matt before, you might find him deceptively attractive.
I don't know why that really made me laugh.
It's really good.
It's such a funny, it's a backhander. I'm like, oh, look, I'm taking it.
Thank you so much.
Where's the deception?
I mean, I guess, yeah. Matt sounds ugly.
Deceptively attractive. Thanks so much, Al. You're the best.
You're the best. Thank you so much for having me.
And everyone listening, you're the second best. We'll see you next time. Goodbye.
Later.
Goodbye. Car crashes injure over 1 million of us every year. Because we're human. For over a decade, Waymo's been building a driver that's safer. Statistically 10 times safer in the cities we serve. Not because humans aren't enough, but because they're everything.
Based on over a 94% reduction in serious injury or worse crash rates, learn more at waymo.com.
Thumbtack presents Tile Trouble. Every single time I use my sink, I make eye contact with the uneven grout on my kitchen backsplash. The crooked corners eye me, and I'm haunted by more tiling questions than I thought possible. What kind of pro can fix a backsplash? Can I replace one cracked tile, or should I replace them all? What if I just use Thumbtack? I can hire top-rated pros, read reviews, and compare prices with a tap, all on the app. Thumbtack knows homes. Download the app today.
G'day mates, it's Matt here in the year 2026 letting you know that Blocktober is coming and the voting is now open. You can go to bit.ly/Block2026. Block is in all caps, or you'll find the link on our social media, on our link tree, that sort of thing. But voting is now open for Block 2026. You can vote for your 12 favorite topics in a short list of 230 something. Oh my God, I'm excited. Also, my brand new stand-up comedy special, Bad Boy, is out now on the Humdinger YouTube channel. You can check it out for free. And I would love it if you did. Bit of fun. People are already saying really nice things. Watch, comment, feed that algorithm. I would be so appreciative. And I love you. Never forget that.